KHAS and Carolina Country WCSL. For 55 years, Carolina Federal Credit Union in Cherryville has been serving our community for our financial needs, and they continue to do so today. With checking accounts with no minimum balance, competitive saving yields including money markets and certificates of deposit, also low interest loans, financial education resources, and more. Find out more. Visit the website at carolinafcu.org. Carolina Federal Credit Union, 1200 East Church Street in Cherryville, a staple of our community for 55 years. For over 60 years, Honda Motorcycles of Shelby has been serving this area, and they continue to do so today. Right now, you'll find a good inventory of dirt bikes, plus 150 and up to 450 models of on- and off-road bikes. See the new 2024 Honda Rebel, along with 4x4 ATVs and side-by-sides, including the Pioneer and the Talon, plus Gold Wings and Trikes. And don't forget about their parts and service department. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at HondaMotorcyclesofShelby.com.
Check out the CF Moto All-Cylinder Sales Event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get financing as low as 0.99% or rebates up to $1,500. And that's not all. Get Honda bonus bucks. Get up to $1,000 on accessories or a Honda Care protection, or use it for your down payment. But that's not all. Ask about the Yamaha Holiday Let's Ride Sales Event. Get up to $2,000 in customer cash on select models. It's your choice at Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Hey, can I help you? Wow, this tractor looks tough. Oh, yeah. This is the Coyote RX 6010. It has a 59 horsepower Daedong turbo engine, 4-wheel drive, and one of the highest lift capacities in its class. It's a whole new level of toughness.
Wow, that is tough. I'll take it. Bubby! Let's go wrestle a bear.
Experience the toughness of the RX series at your local Coyote dealer.
Your Coyote dealer is Weston Sells, Highway 18 North, Highway 27 intersection west in Vail.
Kevin, Chip, Tom, Terry, and JP as always. Kevin got my camera fixed with a new camera, so people can now see me in HD, which I don't know if that's a blessing or
Don't break it.
Yeah, I know. We also want to thank McDonald's for splitting our breakfast every Saturday morning. What'd y'all get this morning? Of course, I know what you got because I got it, but still.
You tell us what we got.
I know, right?
I know. Kevin always asks that. I mean,
read the menu. Well, I enjoyed the egg and cheese biscuit and working on a strawberry banana smoothie this morning to get me going. Chip, what you got?
I just finished up my sausage and egg biscuit.
And I had a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin, a hash brown.
I'm going to eat a bacon, egg, and cheese McMuffin and a hash brown. I was issued a tardy this morning. Didn't have a chance to eat it, but came back from Brevard. Long way. It's a long way. You know what? It's not a bad drive to Brevard, though. I mean, you basically get off the interstate and head up 64. It's all it is. But I'm going to just tell you, it's just like, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Tom,
Yes, sir.
So you made a drive, and you was at home last night before 12.
No, was not home before 12.
What
No.
time did you get home, man?
Probably about 12:30.
Okay.
This come for the guy. This come for the guy that doesn't work Friday nights.
No.
Remember this guy? He doesn't work
the
Friday
same
nights.
people.
Chip,
who
you work
did
Friday night? Kevin,
Friday
you work
night
Friday
football,
night? Three
and
or
we
four
never
work
got
Friday night.
home until 12:30.
Yeah, I remember me
something.
too.
Excuse me, 80% of us work Friday night. 20% of us don't. 20% of us don't. He's the 20%. Right
Tom,
there.
I did it for over 25 years.
You know, Calvin, if you're listening, just remember, like, if you have employees, it's an 80-20 rule. 80% of your problems are caused by 20% of your people. Okay, I mean, so it's like we have the 80-20 problem right here. It's the 20% right there. That
Tom, I did that
I don't
for
know.
25 years.
Right now, looking at the screen, it looks like 60-40.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, that's accurate. 50-40 rule. The 80-20
Has
rule.
no idea.
No
what
sign.
20%
No-
he's
nothing.
saying, does he? Oh, fuzzy math going on. Happy Saturday morning, everybody. We got a fun show to start off with. Good to see Tom and Terry together again and happy together. I know Terry is complaining about that ride. Like the guy that rode with him didn't drive 3 hours last week.
Fair.
Yeah. No, that's a big difference.
And also sat outside last week too.
No, Tom, how was the hand warmers?
We sat outside.
How was the
You
hand
know
warmers?
what? Tom, I had a little bit of credit for you there.
Yeah,
when they
that's
said Jeff sat
hats
outside.
off.
Well, you know, I don't really know him that well at Brevard. So we drive up there, you know, it takes about an hour and 40 minutes, whatever. So I'm pulling in. And I did say, hey, I'm media. So he says, oh, come around here. So I pull in. I said, where are we? So he points like way up. So we have to climb the bleachers. Okay, so we can't come like behind. So we're behind the bleachers. I said, okay. I said, where can I park? He goes, down there in the parking lot. I said, no. I just took it up and parked in the grass beside the bleachers. I said, I got stuff to carry up. I didn't say anything. But you know what he asked me for? That check. Oh, y'all got that check. Asked me for that check, though, Kevin. Didn't give me a spot in the box. But he wanted that check. Wanted to make sure he got that check.
Yep.
We just got through
Right
talking
before
about
you
that.
walked in here, I meant to text you and tell you don't give him the check if you can't sit in the box.
Well, I told
I mean, you
I
just
what we
paid for
paid.
your
I did
regular
say.
thing. Yeah.
I did say. And one thing I hate doing is like when I've worked to ask for my check, like I never want to ask for my check.
Right.
And like I had Darren Earl come to my house, ground 2 stumps. As soon as that man's done, here's your check.
Yeah.
Matt Royster put up a fence at my house. As soon as he was done, here's your check.
Yep.
Like I don't make people ask for their check,
Right.
but I made him ask for the check. I did not. I did not.
Well, apparently you didn't have to wait too long.
That's right.
And it wasn't even. And you know what? It's Calvin's money. It's not even my money. But
Right.
it's still.
It's the
like,
principle of the thing.
It's the principle of the thing. And I went in the box, and I'll just go ahead and tell you, there's room for us in the box.
Yeah. Oh,
There's absolutely room for us in the box, which was, you know, they gave us that. Well, there's no room in the box. There's room in the box. There was literally a bucket of chicken taking up 2 spots. All right, so there's room in the box at Brevard High School.
Oh.
It's okay, but they set us up at a table, and it's like a kids table. You remember when you know like all the
yeah.
adults
Yep.
are like they set us up at a kids table,
Instead
and
of
then Brian-
6 foot, it's 4
and,
foot.
and I brought my own chairs. They didn't put out chairs, and Brian
And still want that $100. Still want that $100.
Brian said, I don't need a chair. I'm gonna sit on the concrete. And I was like, okay, I got this chair, Brian. There's another chair over here for you that I brought from home. I was like, you want that chair sitting right over there? By about 5 minutes into the first quarter, he says, hey man, give me that chair.
Yeah.
So we did it. It's
Was your view ever obstructed, or
I
did
mean,
it stay
no.
like that?
no, we were okay. But I just want to tell anybody that when guys do a broadcast, you've got paper, you've got computers, you've got, I don't really want my electronic equipment exposed to the elements.
Right.
And he might say it's no big deal. Well,
I'm sure
every-
Kevin and
It
Calvin
can
don't want
be.
that either.
you don't want it. You don't want it exposed to moisture. You don't want it outside unless you got to have it outside. You got papers. You're holding on your papers. You're trying to keep stats. And I don't do a very good job with stats, but Brian thinks I do. So we're going to go ahead and let him.
No,
pick that.
well, we talked about you this week, Tom,
Yeah.
actually, and you and Brent Pasco and Jeff, honestly, y'all set the bar for stats, man.
But Brent, that's who I learned
Yeah.
from, because Pasco, if you forget to write down a play, like Pasco just takes his pencil and taps it on your paper because he's like, hey, write that down.
Yeah.
But it's just hard to keep up with it. Then you're at this kiddie table and it's 29 degrees and you know you don't have a bad view. I mean, is that the picture off my Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we didn't have a bad view of the game, and they were nice to us. But it's like I just don't understand. Like when I listen to the news in the morning, the news talks about how local papers are shutting down and local media is shutting down. It's like, but local media is going away because people aren't friendly to local media.
Accommodate.
I
That's
guarantee you.
That's
I
it.
guarantee you. If I said I'm from what's that?
WLOS Channel 13.
Yeah,
Make up whatever it is and
Right.
say Charlotte.
Right.
Okay.
The
And
red
I
carpet
guarantee
gets
you-
rolled out for
I
you.
guarantee you that we'd have a spot in a box or whatever we need to do.
Correct.
They would let you have a pep
Yeah,
rally.
they
and
would
stop
let you
second
have
period
a
math.
pep rally and all that stuff. It's like I don't understand the unfriendliness to local media and the fact that I don't want to call anybody a liar. You're just not telling me the truth. We'll give Monroe High School despite that they got 28 kids on a broadcast, I mean, I'm just not real sure why you need 28 kids doing a broadcast. I mean, you want to get the kids involved. It's good that the kids are excited about it. I don't want all that mess in the press box.
Right.
I mean, I don't want 28 in the classroom. I don't want 28 in the press box. But, athletic director, we're going to make a spot for it. We got a student broadcast. We got them in this room. And I'm all about the kids. I mean, the kids want to
Sure.
let them do it. But we're going to make a spot for you.
Yeah.
And the guys at Brevard, I'm just going to tell you, I know you could have made a spot for us. I don't know why you don't let us in. I really don't. Maybe some people have done some stupid stuff. I mean, maybe somebody's in. I mean, it's not a big box.
Well, don't hold you guilty for that.
I
And
mean,
I
maybe,
wish
maybe
and-
somebody's got a pound of weed and hot boxing up there. I don't know, but it's just like don't treat
Now-
us like
now-
that.
Tom, I'll tell you,
Don't treat us
I'll be
like
honest
Now,
with
now,
you.
Tom, we have called a place before. Now, this isn't a high school. This was an American Legion place before, and asked about sitting in the press box, and we were told, no, that's where the boys drink during the games.
It doesn't
That's
surprise
exactly.
At least
the
they were
words.
honest.
That's exactly the words. It was down east somewhere. We were traveling somewhere for a playoff game or something, and that's what they told us. That no, you can't get in the press box. You got to sit outside because that's where the boys drink and watch the games. And I'm like, and like you just said right there. But to us, the right there on the outside of that outside of these facilities, it says the word press box, not coach's box, not PA announcer's box. None of that.
not
It
guys-
actually says the
Even
word
when you
press
put
on it.
somebody's name outside of it, it's such and such press
Terry
box.
Reinhardt
Correct.
press
the
box.
Lewis
yeah.
Carpenter
I mean,
press
that's what
box.
it says.
It
I mean,
says
you know.
press-
And Tom, I
mean-
wish I could. As someone who played at a high school who was in the conference with Brevard,
Yeah.
I wish I could say that surprised me. And it does.
I mean-
we had that experience with Brevard this year. We had that experience with another school in Buncombe County last year, and neither one of those schools, based on their reputation, surprises me in terms of how they treated us.
East Lincoln's press box ain't no bigger than this room.
That's
and
right.
and they squeeze everybody
North-
they can in
North-
there. I don't know if
Lincoln.
we've ever been
Yep.
told to sit outside in the East, and they do.
But what they're scared of, I think what it is you're going to say for the Smith and Johnny Smith takes it all the way, and like they get mad because you're getting excited for the other team.
Yeah.
And they just don't want to hear it. So I mean, I think it's just them just being. I mean, they're just being jackwagons. You know, they don't want to say, well, I don't know about that call.
They don't want to accommodate the opposing team,
Right. They don't want to accommodate the opposing team.
and they know we're there because East Rutherford is still in the playoffs.
I mean,
right now.
it's just
So
it's just one of those things where I like if you wanted to be real with me, if the guy said, well, how do you really feel like this? I'll say, you know, man, I get it, but I don't get it.
No.
I would say, I mean, I get it that you don't like other media. You don't want to. We just don't want to do that. We don't want to accommodate you because you're for the other team. I mean, I
think-
get it, but if you can't get past that, that's a middle school bully
that's
mentality.
a pretty childish
It's
step.
a middle
I
school
agree.
bully mentality
Here,
of
here.
no, you can't sit at our lunch table because you're not cool enough.
Here.
And I'm whatever. But we made it work. Brian did a great job, and the Waggy sponsors, we appreciate you making that broadcast possible. And I just appreciate, Calvin and Kevin making the broadcast possible.
Malcolm and Rutherford County
Malcolm
helping
in
out.
Rutherford
Yeah.
County, and I tell you what, I'm always on my toes when Malcolm's working because Malcolm will tell you when you're not doing something correctly. So I didn't get any text messages from Malcolm, so I guess I did a pretty good job, and Brian did a pretty good job. We made it happen.
Tom, you got my check.
I got your check. I got your check. I tell you what, man. I don't make people ask for checks when it's my money. It's my money. I don't make people.
Let me ask you.
Never,
Let me ask you
They
something.
didn't have to make because you showed up, Tom.
Yeah.
Do what?
You know how many hot dogs they didn't have to make because you showed up? With
Oh,
that
yeah.
Apparently, they still got enough
$100
for all the
check.
people on the stands.
Let
Look.
me ask you something.
I tell you, man.
This picture that you just took, that everybody's looking at, how much time before game time was this?
I think we got there about 6, and then it's funny, Terry, because we went up, we set up, then we layered up. We put on more clothes. It's probably at least 7:40. I could check that. You know what? I could check the post time.
6:40.
Yeah, It's probably 6:40, 6:45.
And they started at 7.
Maybe no, they started at
7:30.
7:30.
Oh, okay.
Does the crowd get bigger than this?
I mean, East Rutherford might have had more people than Brevard.
That's what it looks
East
like.
Rutherford, in the end, I should have took another picture, but they had a good many people there. Unfortunately, end of the game, we'll talk about that. Just didn't. I wish it would have went down differently. When you're not on the field, you don't know everything that's going on, so don't want to elaborate too much. But it was cold. It's cold. I mean, I get it, and you're just sitting there and it's cold. You don't want to go, but it's a 3rd round playoff.
Yeah.
And Brevard's got it. I mean, Brevard, their stadium looks like a small college stadium. I mean, they've got a lot of seats. You've been there, Chip. They've got a lot of seats there. But
How many yards Pinkerton have?
He had right around 70, 75, but Terry had a lot of carries. He had maybe.
Well, the first time
carries.
he didn't have but 30-some yards maybe against Brevard the first time they played him.
He had a 52-yard screen pass. I know that's not a rush, but he was over all purpose.
Yeah.
He was probably around 130, 140 yards.
So Brevard had really
Which compared to
understood
2
the
weeks
guy.
before is still pretty light week for what he was doing stat wise.
Yeah, I mean, and
Flynn passed for a lot.
160 yards. He threw it a lot. I remember I got all the way down. It was 29 passes. I want to say he was like 20 for 29.
He threw 29 passes.
Yeah, he threw 29 passes.
Some passes.
Yeah.
East Rutherford's very different, and I give Coach Russ a lot of
7
Yeah,
passes.
he can be.
in
They
the
can be
game.
That's
very
what
balanced.
I'm saying. Yeah, because sometimes I've seen where he's thrown 30-some.
Yeah.
And then the next game he throws 6.
Well, it's just surprised. Like the night you told me that you broadcast him and he only threw 7. That surprised me.
You asked me how it is.
And it seemed like that.
I didn't even know they had a quarterback.
Yeah.
Didn't throw for a touchdown. Did have an interception, but it looked like maybe it was a little high, and his receiver had a chance to catch it. Went off the hands, and then seemed like Thompson, their good running back, picked it off. I'd have to look at their roster again. Thompson was good, and then they brought in another kid guy. I have to look it up. I think it was 24. He was pretty good, but their third guy, 21. I mean, he was really good too. I mean, he had like 70 yards on the last drive, and it was 5 rushes. 21 had all the rushes. It was a 15-yard penalty. They also had like a legal block for 15-yard penalty, and he still 5-6 rushes, and he had a touchdown. So I mean, Brevard's got some running backs, but they don't have anybody like Monroe does, Chip.
That's
they don't have.
I know you were
like
speaking
Monroe.
highly of them last week, man.
Just gonna tell you, they may beat them. I've been wrong before, but
I'll say about Shelby what I
don't know
was going
about
to say
this.
about Crest last night. It's going to take Shelby playing an almost perfect game, almost flawless game to beat Bonner.
I mean,
Tom, your post is at 6:54.
6:54. Okay.
Okay, 6:54. But I want to tell people something, and everybody saw that picture. I am absolutely, and I'll put it like this: there's probably a lot more people come than what I'm seeing, and I give it a lot of credit. But you're watching high school football kids. You are watching kids from age 15 up to 18, and these kids put in tons of work in the summer, all through the year. I mean, they get up every day just like the coaches do, just like the band does, just like everybody else does. Go support these people.
Put your long johns on. Take your
That's
hot
what I'm
hands
saying.
and
Come
go
on, people.
support your kids.
I want to tell you something, and I don't care what anybody says. I will put West Lincoln's support group of the community,
Fan base,
the family, everybody. Yeah, sports boosters, whoever over there at West Lincoln up against any high school in this country about fan base. Them people will support them whether they're winning, whether they're losing, etc. That's how come people want West Lincoln on their schedule, because there's people coming.
Well, shout out to East Rutherford
All right,
again.
we'll go over to Burns next year. We'll get them signed up, Tom.
Yeah. Shout out to East Rutherford. I mean, I know again this is 30 minutes before the game time, but I mean, for a traveling crew that traveled over an hour, that's a pretty good turnout for East Rutherford.
They had a lot more than that. I should have got another picture.
Which
I should have got another one. I got it, when you're outside the box and you have all this other. It's just harder.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just harder.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna give Shelby
it makes your
something.
to-do list feel like it doubles almost. Yeah.
Shelby something this week. Fill up that stands.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot, but at least have it 3/4 because Monroe's coming to town. Don't set back like we've won all these state championships and this is just
Monroe might
normal.
have 12 fans.
You know what I'm
Monroe's
saying?
not gonna bring
well,
anybody.
I'm just saying though. Fill up your side.
Right.
Give
Well,
your
Cleveland-
kids an
Cleveland
extra
County
effort.
Kings Mountain and Crest and Burns fans that sit on the Monroe side.
You know.
Let's see. First, in the 1A, number 1 Mount Airy beat number 9 31-23. They'll host number 5 Corvion, who stays undefeated, beating Easter Randolph, the 4 seed, 27.
That's a good win.
14. Murphy, the number 3 seed, beats the 11 seed Robbinsville 34-21. They'll travel to the 2 seed Mountain Heritage, who beat East Wilkes, the 10 seed.
Nice
38,
place to play.
That's the team to watch.
14.
I think.
All right,
Mount
Chip, you
Heritage.
got the
I love
2A.
it there.
Thank you for letting me do the 2A, not the 3A. Tom and Brian covered Brevard and East Rutherford last night. Brevard pulls out the win 42-6. They will host Forest Hills, who came back and beat. They got up early on Salisbury. Salisbury came back, took the lead, and Forest Hills came back late, wins that game 38-31. It was Monroe over West Stokes, 48-21, as we were just mentioning. They're going to come to Cleveland County this coming Friday as they take on the Shelby Golden Lions. Shelby defeats Community School of Davidson 35-7.
All right, Terry, 3A.
Okay, it was West Charlotte having no trouble with Asheville Irwin,
Easy,
58-0. Don't mean that in a bad way. Dudley beats Roberson 20. Robinson, yeah, 20-7. Only 22 points give up by this Dudley squad all year.
They're going to need that defense against West Charlotte.
I'm telling you. But anyway, next week, West Charlotte and Dudley. North Lincoln pulls off a win to me, and I picked the opposite because I thought Ashbrook defense would be strong, but North Lincoln's defense held them to 10 and played a great game. North Lincoln 20, Ashbrook 10. And then it was Hickory beating Crest 63-48.
Couple of notes on those. Crest led most of that game, and then Hickory. It was like 46 or 50. That was the first lead.
At one point, it was 42-28 in the third quarter. Crest was up.
That Robertson team has that touchdown they gave up yesterday. It was only it was the first time all year they've given up 2 scores in the same month.
Yeah,
because they've given up 15 all year. They
Yeah.
gave up 7, 6. And then 2.
There you go.
They give up 2 points in November until last night. Until last night, then they gave up 7, and they were down 7-0.
Yeah.
Dudley
Robinson
was.
scored first,
and so they ended up winning 20-7. So notes on that one, and then we'll do the reseeding next year when they do everything. Chip, Tom,
thanks.
4As.
All right, in the 4A, Grimsley defeats Catholic 42-14. I guess not enough rosary beads in that one. As
I've got mine
season
right
ends.
here.
You got yours right
Should've
there.
done some prayers.
They needed more than what they had.
Yeah.
Huff defeats Mallard Creek 34-0. And a good one, East Forsyth defeats Mooresville 35-30. And Weddington, boy, they're powerhouse every single year. Weddington crushes Northern Guilford in a third-round game, 55-0 in a third-round game, Terry. I mean, that's just crazy.
That's kind of like a 1 seed losing 58-0 at home, isn't it?
And am I not right? Don't Shipley play?
That's not the worst. That's not the worst score up there, Tom.
It's not.
Yeah, don't Shipley play for the Eagles?
Yeah, he does.
Used to come from Weddington.
Yeah, they've got a good team of. I think Weddington's actually Union County, is it not?
It's like Waxhaw area.
Waxhaw area, yeah. Because I got a buddy, his kids went to Weddington.
All right, folks, we come back. College football playoffs and more to talk about. NFL, NBA, KTCBroadcasting.com.
I'm Lon Helton, inviting you to join me as I count down the week's top 30 with my co-host Keith Urban, who once attended a Paul McCartney concert with James Taylor.
James is like, oh, I think we can go back and say hi to Paul before the concert. I'm like, this night just couldn't get any better.
That's Keith Urban this week on Country Countdown USA.
Wednesday at 1 p.m. on 92.9, 1590 AM and KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's the biggest sale of the year at Marburger Chevrolet in Shelby. First is the Red Tag Sale, and second is the Black Friday Sale. Both sales have been combined and now is one big sale. pay zero money down, make zero payments till next year, and pay zero interest. Zero, zero, zero. Plus, check out their pre-owned vehicles. Used cars from $9,000 and up with 4.9% financing available. There's a great selection to choose from at Marburger's Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at marburgerchevy.net.
It's a wonderland of savings at Jumpin' Jed's in downtown Falston. Check out the Santa's Secret Workshop section. Great gifts for those hard to shop for. See the local festive pottery items, gnomes, angels, Christmas trees, and more. And Smoky Mountain 23 soaps. Jumpin' Jed's has a brand new artist, Ray Stacy, with brand new prints and original paintings. Get free gift wrapping too. All of this and more at Jumpin' Jed's on Main Street in beautiful downtown Falston.
This Thanksgiving, let the Western Steers Steaks Buffet and Bakery in Newton do the cooking, and they will be open Thanksgiving Day from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. Adult buffet that day is $19.99, kids $9.99, and drinks are included. Plus, to-go plates will be available with turkey and ham, dressing, gravy, yams, green beans, and rolls, all for only $12.99. For more information, call 704-325-3926 for the Western Steers Steaks Buffet and Bakery, 334 Southwest Boulevard in Newton.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Make sure your pets and livestock are all cozy and warm this winter with a stop in at Parker Family Feed in Bellwood. They have all the bedding you need, from shavings to hay. They'll love you for it. And keep their bellies full with Comback pet and livestock food. They have hay rings too, along with fence posts and all kinds of fencing wire. And they still have deer corn. That's Parker Family Feed, 121 Carpenter's Grove Church Road, off Highway 18 North in Bellwood. Open 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, 8 to 12:30 on Saturday. Like them on Facebook too.
Case knives and Christmas flags are now in stock at Parker Family Feed in Bellwood. The legend continues with the Firestone Grill in Gastonia. Check out their daily lunch specials with plenty of sides and vegetables to choose from. It's down-home cooking, meatloaf, fried chicken, pork tenderloin, and their famous melt-in-your-mouth country-style steak, plus a full breakfast menu too. Open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. till 2 p.m., Saturday, 6 a.m. till noon, and their Sunday buffet is 10:30 a.m. till 2 p.m. The Firestone Grill, 1325 West Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. For orders to go, call 704-865-0079.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. They're, I'm pretty sure they're done with high school sports, but I don't know because the scores are still up there. So I don't know. So they're talking about some other kind of sport. I don't know if they're going baseball, basketball, football. I don't even know what's playing, honestly, to be honest with you. It's getting so much colder. I mean,
you are the greatest.
I know.
I just want to keep going. I'm
That's
going to
all I want
how much
to
mileage he gets out of this.
And happening right now in
I'm proud
Australia
of you.
should be the Australian Open.
So,
okay.
all right,
Well, hey, I don't know.
It's college football time.
See football.
See football. There you go, JP.
No, not see football. See football.
Just a lot of things to talk about. With you guys. Last night, SEC cheats for 8 overtimes to beat the ACC.
man.
Terry,
No.
is that not what happened? I don't watch it. I'm just reading the Twitter fear. The Twitter.
Yeah.
What game we talking about?
Georgia Tech and
It
Georgia
took
last
Georgia
night.
8 overtimes to beat Georgia Tech, and
I
the
saw
Twitter sphere is accusing the SEC
Rigged.
There's no way.
of cheating
There's
to make
no
sure
way.
Georgia doesn't lose to this game.
If Georgia Tech's quarterback holds the ball on the one that he went for one, I mean, they got a first down, and Georgia has no chance, and the game's over with 3 minutes and something left.
Terry, hold on one second.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's our boss.
Exactly what's going on in there.
Is that Calvin?
8:26.
That's Calvin. That's our boss.
It's 8:26 on a Saturday morning.
Look at him. He laid back.
Like he's got business. Look at
That's
look
what
at
I'm talking about.
Just the hands. Just,
Kevin.
yeah. And he has no idea we're talking about him.
Kevin.
He's supposed to be monitoring
Kevin.
the audio.
Kevin, you're paying this guy.
Look at him.
Just want to remind you.
He says he's saying I got him under control.
Right
They already talking in there. I got it.
What I
I'm gonna lay back.
Hey, don't run him off. I like my breakfast.
You got to take that picture and you got to put it on everything, just like the one where he's sleeping.
Terry?
Yeah,
Terry, don't run him off because you'll have to stop and get the breakfast.
I've done that before.
Yeah, I know. Like,
oh, my face.
Look at him.
He has no idea. He's supposed to be monitoring the audio.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Look at him. See?
And he's having a good.
He's laughing
What
with
is he
us.
talking about? There's nothing he could be talking about that's that important.
I mean, is you sure his last name's
Saturday
not
morning.
Hastings?
No, God.
J.P. Hastings.
I think it's.
I think Fox just called Joel Klatt, asked if he could do a show. Joel, I think Joel's on the phone. That's who he's talking to, Joel Klatt. Hey, JP, you want to come do our show?
I mean, I'm just glad he don't need bubble gum on the bottom of his shoe.
Oh, I know.
No dog poops on his shoe.
That's great. It is great. It's that Christmas season. He's already in it.
Man, my chest hurts.
Well, you know what we should do? We should be like, we'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, make him get off the phone.
Take a break.
You need to do that. Look at him.
Oh, now he hears.
Look
it.
at him.
Now he hears it. All right.
Oh,
I guess we sound good. Go ahead.
Tom's
Kim.
back in his Kansas City Chiefs jersey.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He's a Swiftie.
All right, so good morning, Saturday. Let's talk a little college football. For the folks on the radio, I'm sorry, we can't even describe.
Sometimes
it.
we have fun.
Our producer in the studio who's supposed to be monitoring us is on the phone with who knows who, with his feet propped up.
Maybe he's talking to
You know
Kevin
what
and
the
about
thing
getting
is?
a raise.
What the thing is that all of a sudden you're, and that's his phone, and you're like, and I'm like, Kevin, why are you breathing in the microphone? And it's like, wait a minute, that's JP's phone. I was like, you know, I tell you what, I remember when I was at the trucking company, man, they would just fire you just for fun. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just like, we're so far removed from that. I remember I come in the trucking company, I stacked the truck wrong. I come in the next day.
Oh, Lord.
They had a Polaroid of it, Terry. They had a Polaroid, and they called me in the office, and they just put the picture down. He just tapped it. He goes, that's what it looked like when you stacked it. Then he flipped another picture. He says, that's what it looked like when I had a guy restack it. You want to keep working here, it better look like this.
I'm gonna tell you stuff, Tommy, and you mentioned stuff like that.
I mean, that's what you know. That's what and you know what? Never did it again.
Yeah.
At our plant,
our
plant, our guys put it on the wrong trailer, and I had to call.
Oh, man.
I got If you think switching trailers is a daggum, that's terrible. Took us a day and a half to get it switched over and we should have unloaded the whole trailer.
Yeah.
You know, but all I thought, this will be easy. I called them. They want to switch it. That was the worst mess I'd ever been through in my life.
That's who JP's on the phone with right now. He's apparently.
I'm like,
loaded
this
it
is
on
a
the road trailer.
53-foot trailer. That's a 53-foot trailer. Can you just not switch the number?
Oh my God.
But anyway,
college football, where last night Georgia did win by 2 over Georgia Tech. I've got a prediction from one of our esteemed colleagues, Terry, that says Clemson will win today against South Carolina and make the playoffs. We're going to talk about the playoffs here in just a second. I don't know what you think about that one.
possible. That's possible.
Let's
Dabo gonna get in?
Dodo gonna get him a win today. I mean, is Venables coming back to coach his defense? He
Yeah.
get a win today.
Shador Sanders breaks the Colorado passing record.
Yeah, they got a big one. What happened to Oklahoma State?
They fell
They're
off
so
the map.
bad this year. God,
They were 3-0, Tom.
I know. What happened?
Yeah, they fell off the map.
Conference play. The Big 12 happened.
I'm telling you, man, it's just like, oh, well, you know, Gundy usually does a good job down there. I mean, I don't know what happened. You know what? They might fire him. That'd be a shame.
I know.
Because he played. I remember when he played quarterback for them. You know,
How long do you
yeah.
stay with him?
Is he one of those that's not been able to? handle
He's been pretty good every year.
But
he's one of the like if you're at Oklahoma State and you win about 8 or 9 games every year, you're gonna stay.
But
you're not
I mean,
going anywhere.
how long has he been there? I mean,
Gosh, 10 years?
Is he?
He's
is,
been there a while.
Is
It's
he
been a
able to?
while.
Is he going to be one of those able to keep up with? I mean, we lost another one this week at Carolina. One of the legacy coaches no longer there.
I believe there's 2 people in here could have easily told you that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I will say this: the Carolina
that's
people.
all I'm gonna say.
So does it happen?
All right, it's kind of funny. It's like the way the Carolina people are talking about Mac Brown is the way they talked about Joe Biden when he quit. It's like God, he's terrible. God, oh, he quit. Oh, he's such a great guy. We appreciate what you've done. Now that he's gone, now that they push him out the door.
What's that comedian talking about? He talks about when Biden gives a speech or whatever, and it's not same thing. You talk about Mac Brown when he does it. Like, he's like that. It's like that when you go to a friend's house and that dog who's like 15 years old comes in. Oh, there he is. He looks great.
I mean, it's just Mac Brown like what's it? It was Willie. What's his? Javarius Green. Mm-hmm. He went to Carolina. Not Willie's his older brother, but
Willie's his dad
and his older brother.
Oh yeah,
and his older brother.
Sorry, you're right. You're right.
But he went to Carolina, and his mom was just talking about what a great man Coach Mac Brown was, and what a great guy, and what a great role model he was for her son. So like people are speaking very highly of Mac Brown and the type of person he is.
Right. Yeah.
But at the same time, in this era, the transfer portal era, you got these guys in their 70s that are used from, son, if you don't like it my way, there's the pine. Yeah. And you can't do that anymore.
No.
And you talk about I think it's a false equivalency to say it's like free agency. It's not. NFL players are not free agents every year, Chip.
Yeah,
they're not. You're not a free in college football. You're a free agent every single
year.
That's
fair.
It's not even the same. It's a false equivalency. This guy can I went to Ohio State. I only got 70 carries this year. I won 120. What's Illinois doing? They need a running back. Boom, I'm gone. Yeah. This is what these guys do.
North Carolina State's why I look at that, because we got Bailey, and Bailey is freshman coming up, going to be an elite quarterback, in this time. But does he stay at State? I'm so scared about that. I'm like, I hope this guy comes back.
Well, it's the NCAA's fault because of the one-year scholarship thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. They won't guarantee past the one-year scholarships. Yeah. And so the players are only doing what they're allowed to. If they sign, you not think they'd sign 2 or 3 year deals? I think they would.
I don't fault the players. Because
do you not think if Shedeur or a player like Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter come up and Michigan offered for 3 years $50 million, they're going to sign that. But they can only do 1 year at a time.
I don't fault the players. It's just the system.
Yeah.
It's the system now.
It's easy for a fat 50-year-old guy to sit around and tell these young men what to do with their talent.
Well,
you own your talent. It's yours.
The colleges don't want to insure.
I don't blame
the colleges. Don't want these multi-year deals because they don't want to insure these guys for multi-year deals. What if this guy gets hurt? Now he's over here playing, and we're paying him this much money. There goes $1 billion.
What if he turns out to be Deshaun Watson?
Right. Right. You give a kid $10 million and he tears his knee or
I'm not stupid because that's just like if Bailey would come up, Concepcion would come up, and they said they're going to Ohio State.
Yeah,
they're going for money. Yeah. That's why they're leaving.
You realize with Mac Brown's firing, there are only 2 active head coaches in NCAA Division I football who have won a national championship: Kirby Smart and Dabo Swinney. Yeah. That's it.
Dabo won't be there much longer.
That's going to change this year. It's about to be 3.
Who's?
Well, those 2 ain't winning a national championship this year.
Fair.
Pick somebody else. It's about to be 3.
Okay.
I don't care who you pick.
Yeah, Georgia won't win. I mean, the pressure's on Ohio State, but
So real quick, Mac Brown. We're going to talk about this. Terry mentioned that we knew this on November 27th, 2018. Terry is when they announced it. And I pulled up the calendar to let everybody know that on November 30th, me and Terry told the world that this wasn't going to work. And we tried to. I mean, I can pull up the video. Go back. I should have. I probably could have done that, but it didn't work the first time. He didn't win anything the first time, and he goes to Texas and wins the one championship with the best player on the planet. And then you're gonna bring him back at whatever age it was. 5 years. He hadn't even coached in 5 years. It's not like he was fresh coaching. He hadn't even coached a team in 5 years when he joined the Tar Heels. 21 years after coming to Carolina, and all it was, to me, it was a showman type thing. Like they brought in the
name
tour
in.
bushes and everyone else that's come to try to do it a different way, and they brought the name in, and then you got the money thing. And I'm not so sure Chapel Hill is going to be able to compete in the name, image, likeness age. Paying 4 basketball players is a lot different than paying 40 football players.
Yeah.
So you got to see where they're going to put their money, and that's not.
Do they care to put that much money into it?
Some Charlotte can outspend the Tar Heels of basketball at some point if they get the right Jerry Richardson. Hey, Jerry, pay this kid $20 million to play for us.
You're forgetting about the alumni, like a school like That's what's happening at Michigan. The alumni.
Yeah, but
are putting up
who
big
does
money.
Carolina go get? See, that's where I sat back.
There's nothing's gonna make.
Who do
a
you go
difference.
get?
There's one that I've heard one, and Dennis talked about it last night. I've heard one guy that they've reached out to. It's Arthur Smith, the former Falcons coach, offensive coordinator. And I tell you what, whatever they bring in right now, and to Mac's credit, he's been able to recruit good quarterbacks. I'll say that.
May, for example.
Yeah, Drake May obviously is Exhibit A,
Yeah.
but
he's also took good
you're gonna have
quarterbacks
to,
and
you
made them
need to get-
linebackers.
You have to get somebody in there who's going to stop the other team from scoring. Good gosh, you can't stop James Madison from putting 70 up on you.
I know.
I mean, the defense every year who they bring in last year's defensive coordinator.
Look, what they need, I think the formula with this is everybody knows because we talk about the rules. If Cignetti can go to Indiana and bring 27 guys, and all of a sudden you're in Ohio State and you're in a mega game, you're in a top 5 game. Why can't why could a Cignetti not done that at Chapel Hill? He could have done that there. I mean,
The blueprint's similar.
What I would do is
Basketball
I would look down and say, "Where's a really successful coach at a Tier 2 program?" And say, "Hey man,
That's what State did.
here's $8 million. Tell all your guys to come here. We'll kick these bums out." And all of a sudden, boom, we're good like that.
That's
I mean,
where Doran come from,
right.
guys.
You could just turn a program around. Now it doesn't always work. Now you could always say, because look at Lincoln Riley at USC. Doesn't always work. It doesn't,
Yep,
Terry.
that's what I'm saying.
It can. Doesn't always work, but it can.
And that's how Doran come. Doran comes from a Division II up to the thing. And has he proven to win anything yet? No, but we're successful. But how long do you keep on going with winning 7-8 games a year before you say, you know what, we want to make the next move up?
Tom, that's not a bad point. I like what you said about with the transfer thing. You can almost recruit a roster as opposed to the coach.
27 guys, Kevin, went to Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about
27?
that. Like
how many went with Colorado?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Good point. Good. Same
Yeah.
thing.
Do you want this
same
on?
thing with Deion?
You want this on a local level? Trey Lamb signed as the head coach of ETSU. Gardner Webb lost pretty much the bulk of their roster, but they had the best recruiting class in their conference when they hired Chris Reisert, and Reisert brought in all of his guys from Tiffin. It's not these guys. A lot of the percentage of these guys are going to go with their coach.
The reason why is the guy coming in didn't recruit you. So the guy coming in, well, he didn't recruit me.
Yeah.
And
Why do
now
I
he's gonna,
stay?
he's going to bring his guy. So if I stay here,
Yep.
I'm going to be behind his guy. So I got to go with my guy.
The-
I mean, that's what they think.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if they're not local. You know
And
what I mean? Like if you were a Cleveland County kid, you might take your chances. 'Cause
Maybe.
you want to play at home. But
Maybe.
if I came from Florida to Gardner Webb and now my coach is going to East Tennessee.
Yep.
I mean, I might as well go with my coach. My mama's not at the game anyway.
But on the back end of it, though, you sit here and we talk and we think about the Indiana coach. Indiana coach would not leave Indiana to go to Carolina.
Not anymore. Not after the contract he signed. If I was Cignetti, I would think about a job like that because I like I said, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I would just think there's more football to draw a radius around Indianapolis and draw one around Chapel Hill. Okay. Where can you recruit better players?
And I'm not going to go against Ohio
Virginia,
State.
North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. I mean, the guys up north are recruiting them too. I'm just saying that if I'm when I saw Connor Stallions, I hate him. He's a cheater, but he's brilliant. He had a map. This is where all the talent is. And you could tell the Southeast is just where there's a lot of talent. So I would like to go to a place there where I know I can recruit. But like Kevin, well, the counterpoint he'll make, well, Tom, if we were to recruit this guy, he's here for a year. He's not happy. He's gone.
You're also
You know?
the other counterpoint to that. I don't necessarily know that that's more of a lateral, if even a lateral move. If he go from Indiana to Carolina,
I don't think it
in
is
football. If it was,
I just can't see that happen.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Okay, so
I'm not saying particularly him, but
I
somebody
think what
like him.
could happen. I think what
it's a good
Tom's saying, and I was about to say exactly what Tom's saying for Indiana is that if Carolina throws double the money at the coach, and that's when he'll make the move. It's not that he's not moving to be a Tar Heel or
Right.
recruit. If he's making $5, Carolina offers him 10. Now all of a sudden, Carolina has his coach and his players.
And what's
that's how it's going to work.
And what's going to happen?
Whether it's good or bad, that's how it's going to work at some point.
Well, we keep throwing Signetti's name around. I mean, obviously,
Not
we
necessarily
don't
him, but all
want to
these
say
other
this
schools.
has been rumored. But if he did, somebody like him, all his players are coming with him.
Right.
They're coming with.
Well,
the
we can do
JMU
it this
guys
way.
went to Indiana. The Indiana guys will go to Carolina wherever he goes, and they'll say, "Well, he just signed a contract." These guys don't care about that. Look at Lincoln Riley. They don't. They care about one person, themselves. What's the guy? Jimbo, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Jimbo Fisher.
I mean, did the same thing, right? I mean, they all do the same.
Don't look now, but Tulane is 17th right now, 9-2. You're talking about looking for a coach or someone for a roster that people might not know about. This team won a SEC championship in 1966. Oh no, 1949 was it?
Yeah.
So here you go. There's a Tulane SEC championship shirt. They're trying to sneak in these playoffs here. I see a lot of Tulane talk on the web. You talk about these coaches and where you could get a team from or a coach from. This Arizona State coach is doing pretty good out there. He still won from. I wouldn't take Drinkowitz for nothing from Missouri, but UNLV at 22. A lot of people talking about him, and then of course Dion. That'll be opening next year. That Colorado job whenever him and Shiloh. I guess what year is Shiloh? Is he a senior, junior? Anybody know? I know Shador's leaving. I'm guessing he's going to coach till Shiloh's gone, unless he gets the Cowboys job.
Unless Jerry calls him.
Somebody made an interesting point about Dion too. Is like when he came to Colorado. They gave him the keys to the kingdom. You want to wear your gold chain? You want to wear your sunglasses? You want to do whatever you want to do? Really, I think that's what he gets to do what he wants to do there. So I guess another program would let him do what he wants to do.
I think Colorado also had the wherewithal to see that letting him primetime be primetime is part of the marketing, and it's part of the allure of bringing in they wanted that to be part of the culture.
Well, you can't tell primetime not to be primetime. That's primetime. We can't act like who he ain't.
Could he do that in the pros? Do you think Jerry Jones is going to let him do whatever he wants to do?
No.
Seriously.
No.
You think he's going to let him do what he wants to do? I mean, if I'm Dion, I'm staying.
I don't know
if
it has the same
do what he
impact.
ever wanted to when he was a player. What are you talking about?
Well, as a player, there's a difference.
Here's your playoff bracket as of today.
This is what I want Ohio State to do: beat Michigan, lose to Oregon, so you get that 5 spot, and you get to play Arizona State, Boise State. If you're the 4, if you're the 1. You get the winner of Tennessee, Georgia. Who would you rather play, Terry?
What kind of a bracket is that?
Those two teams are going to play each other twice in a row, aren't they?
Yeah, but why would look at that bracket? That's not even set up like it should be.
I don't think they should have two teams from the same conference playing each other in the first round.
Ohio State would go into this thing saying, thank you, thank you,
Correct,
thank you.
Correct. Yeah. And after you're number 1.
Because I'm going to blow by the first 2.
Then you got the SEC, and you know what they're going to say. Oh, Ohio State can't beat the SEC. They're going to get the doors blown off. I remember when I was in 8th grade, you could look up the game. Ohio State played LSU, and I remember my buddy was like, Ohio State can't beat the SEC. I mean, that was 40 years ago. They've been hearing this for like 40 years. Yeah. And, they're going to hear all that noise all week long if Ohio State goes to number 1. So it's like if we don't beat Oregon next week, if we get by Michigan today, that I think I like that number 5 spot, man. I mean, you got to play Arizona State. Arizona State's pretty good.
Yeah, but Ohio State will beat
them.
Yeah,
they're pretty good, and Boise's pretty good. But
no, Ohio State will beat them.
I'll tell you one
like
thing.
That path, though, don't you? You got to like that path.
I'll tell you one thing right now. And
let's clear it up for the folks on the radio. College football playoff, 12 seeds, got 4 byes. Top 4 conference champions get those byes. Oregon 1, Texas 2. Miami 3, Boise State 4 right now. Well, the 1 seed Oregon would play the winner of 9 seed Tennessee at 8 seed Georgia. The 2 seed Texas would play the winner of SMU and Notre Dame, the 10 and 7. The 3 seed Miami would play the winner of number 11 Indiana and number 6 Penn State. And the 4 seed Boise State would host or play the winner of Arizona State and at Ohio State.
Okay, my question now is, I'm a SEC fan. I'm going, why do we have to play each other?
That's I don't think
that should never happen.
The Big Ten does too. Listen, Terry, if you're going to let The SEC can't say, well, everybody in our conference should be in there, and then we don't play each
I'm
other.
just saying, though, that's
Well, yeah,
what's
you
going to
gotta play
come
each
out.
other.
That's what's going to come out right off the bat
at
if
some
that's
point-
how it's set up.
They should have to play each other, lose to each other, and get over it at some point.
Here's what I'm going to say about them. They got all this Southern machismo. Well, we're the best. We'll just walk all over you little sissies up north. And all they do is cry. All the SEC does is cry. It's so funny. It's like all y'all do is whine about, we don't have enough teams. Our schedule's too hard. We're getting cheap. We should be right. That's all they do is cry. That's all they do is, I'm just tired of listening. You know, they do have great football. I'm not saying the SEC, you know, they're the best conference in football. But all they do is whine and cry. And it's just, it gets old. It's just like, why don't y'all just shut up? Your top 2 teams get in, the rest of you don't. Have a nice day. You know, that's my philosophy towards it. And you know why they're the best? They added Texas. You know, they added Texas to their conference, and Texas is going to win that conference, who really, to me, isn't an SEC team.
Texas have won one Big 12 championship in, I think, 10 or 12
and they're
years.
getting ready to win the SEC.
And the SEC told them they couldn't play there, and there you go. So it's all media bias, and
just get tired of them crying all the time. Quit crying.
You know, it's the same thing as so Penn State and Iowa.
I don't see how Penn State ever makes
how about Penn State and Indiana? They both could go 10-1, and both their losses are to Ohio State. Who's going to be ranked higher?
Penn State.
Oh,
every time. Same thing. Tar Heels and NC State. Terry, you know, we could go 10-1. We could lose to Miami. Florida State goes 10-1. They lose to Miami. Notre Dame goes 10-1. They lose to Miami. Notre Dame and Florida State is ranked higher than NC State and Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
I know State's never won more than 7 games or whatever it is, 8 games that y'all have. But I'm just saying in general, that's how the college football works, and we all know this.
Oh, Lordy.
It is dumb. But, you know, it's better than, I mean, if you go back far enough, only 2 teams. We're arguing about who's number 2.
Yeah.
We're not arguing about that anymore. Then we'd argue about who's number 4.
Right.
We don't argue about that anymore. Now we're going to argue about who's number 12.
I just
the thing I like about
wish
this.
there would be arguments and have automatic qualifiers.
Well,
they do. They do have automatic qualifiers.
Not 12 of them.
I think Tom's argument last week was dead on.
They got 4, and then we all say who's the prettiest SEC team is what we do.
Top 2.
At least vote the prettiest cheerleaders.
Top 2 of the Power 4.
Yep.
And then the winners of other 4 conferences, the highest rank for them. And you're still going to get a little bit of bias because now you got to do, because there's more than 4 of the conferences. So I'm just saying.
So what you get, Tom, and I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Conference championship games, that's your qualifier.
Yep.
That's your
You win it, you're the home teams.
Yeah.
Then the G5, Power 5, whatever you want to call them.
You win it, you get the bye.
They're the away teams. That's what we did in my bracket for years. But then you have those SEC and Big Ten teams saying the Appalachian States don't deserve it over our 3rd place team. But my point has always been, if you're not good enough to win your conference, why are you arguing you deserve to be in the playoffs?
You don't.
I'm 3rd place in my conference. What is my argument that I should be in the playoffs?
You cannot sit there and say I did everything I could to get there.
Got beat.
These arguments don't happen in basketball. I mean, they argue about who gets left out, but nobody argues when Fairleigh Dickinson gets in the tournament. Nobody argues when Gardner Webb wins their tournament.
The only thing they argue about in basketball is the ACC playing a Big Ten team in your first 4. You know,
or
that's what they argue about.
3 ACC teams in there. And
yeah,
we used to have 9 teams in the conference, and 6 or 7 of them would make the tournament. Right, Now we have 15 teams in the conference.
It's like we've diluted the product.
Yeah. All right, so here's a picture for Tom and for you Tar Heel fans out here. You know, he's got 288 wins. UNC system already has a coaching vacancy that could allow him to pursue 300, Tom. There you go. Mac Brown to Charlotte.
No. I don't know who Charlotte's going to get.
Why wouldn't you, Tom?
It's not the most awful idea in the world.
Why would he leave Carolina to go to Charlotte?
Because he's not going to get to be in Carolina.
He's already been kicked out of Carolina.
I would say this. I would say
to get his pension.
Greg Olson, get him to coach.
Oh my Lord!
Get him to come to Charlotte. He's a Charlotte guy.
Greg Olson.
Greg Olson.
Mute his mic.
I'm telling you, man.
Terry, what did he just say?
He knows his X's and O's. Listen to him do the color, man. He's got Charlotte ties.
You don't get to listen to the color anymore. Thanks, Brady.
His brother went to Charlotte and was accused of rape at UNC Charlotte.
That's not his fault.
And you're going to bring his brother in to be the face of the school and franchise.
But he didn't do it.
Yeah.
The Constitution talks about no corruption of blood. I mean, I don't understand it.
Terry.
Oh, Lordy. Sometimes you just get on here and say nothing.
I can't.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that one this
Yeah,
morning.
that's what I'm saying. You just say nothing when Tom talks.
All right.
And go on to the next subject.
All right, I got a couple more tweeters here for college football. We're going to talk about college Dan Hurley later.
Yeah, that was a crybaby.
Jesus, he's ridiculous. There's his other brother. There's Jim Harbaugh. All right. All right, here's you a good one, Terry. Whose resume is more impressive, Duke or Alabama? Who deserves to be in the playoffs, Duke or Alabama?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know. Think of that.
Tell me. Look who the losses are, folks. Alabama lost to Tennessee, Vanderbilt, and Oklahoma. Duke lost to Miami, SMU, and Georgia Tech.
And Georgia Tech almost took Georgia out. Should have beat Georgia.
So explain to me, you college football fans, why Alabama deserves to be in the playoffs more than Duke.
All right,
Alabama played Mercer this year. I'm sure Duke had a nice, easy win like that as well. But, who did Alabama beat anybody good this year, Terry?
That's a good question.
I'm pulling up their schedules right now.
Did Duke beat anybody good this year besides NC State?
Yeah, they beat North Carolina State.
We said good.
I'm telling you.
That's
massive win.
Victory points.
Duke beat Elon, Northwestern in 2 overtimes, UConn, Middle Tennessee, North Carolina by 1. They lost to Georgia Tech. They beat FSU. They lost to FSMU in overtime.
There you go.
Lost to Miami pretty handily. They beat State, beat Virginia Tech, and they play Wake today.
There you go.
All right.
So Duke's losses are to a 10-1 Miami, a 10-1 SMU, and Georgia Tech, who just almost beat Georgia, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, and Oklahoma. That's how you argue college football, ain't it? Is that right, Tom? Who you got? The Blue Devils. I'm backing you Blue Devils up right now. All right, let's look at. Let's see if I had any. Oh, this was a good one. Oh, don't we have a JMU fan, Terry? Didn't we have a JMU fan on the show? Someone texted me, Tom. What was it, last week? Someone's texted about JMU. It might have been Shannon's friend. Here we go.
Yeah, my brother's, his neighbors went to JMU.
There you go. This is JMU before the game and app. Number 99, they're holding the dog down. Acting like a dog. And then they run out here on this field and get handed. And then they complain because they got snowballs thrown at them, Tom. Bunch of babies. The JMU fans. I've never been so offended by the app fans throwing snowballs at us.
JMU put 70 on Carolina, then got beat by app.
Dang right.
Yeah. Sure did.
Wow.
You come up to Kid Brewer and it's snowing, boys.
I told you I was hesitant against picking against the Appalachian and Kid Brewer.
I did take app.
I know you did.
I did not.
Yep. Here's
tough place to play.
We're going to show you some of the before video of the field before they got the cleanup. This is the cleanup. Wow. Before JMU got there. There they go, starting to wipe the field off. Now, they should have a better system than that.
Yeah. Well.
They do. They got 2 other guys doing it.
Yeah. There's some leaf blower guys over in the corner, but yeah, there is. I'm trying to find a video of the JMU was in the tunnel, and I know exactly where the tunnel's at. It's right there where it's at the student section at the hill. You're gonna get snow tossed on them. But that fan said the JMU players were throwing it back at him. How about y'all see this? Jason Kelsey showed up at the game.
Oh, cool.
So he actually did. He talked on the intercom and everything. He was down because the Chiefs played the Panthers, and he decided to join. To drive up to App for the game and check out the scenery. He got him some overalls.
Charlie Daniels looks great.
That's the Watauga Online report.
Okay.
Here's some more Jason Kelsey shots of him and some. There's him hugging Yosef. We got. Well, I thought that was all Jason Kelsey. It was not Jason Kelsey. Anyway, back there's Kelsey. All right, so had a fun time up in Boone. Here you go. Here's one for you. Well, it didn't show the words. I'll read it out loud. Kentucky's football program has been around since 1881. This week's game in Austin, Texas is the furthest west they've ever traveled.
Wow.
Wow, that is amazing.
Huh.
It costs a lot of money to go out there.
Yeah, those SEC teams will play anybody anytime, won't they, Tom?
That's what they say. As long as you're Western Carolina and you play us at
Mercer. Where's Mercer at anyway?
I have no idea.
You want? I got Alabama's schedule up too, by the way.
You do know where Mercer's at? Anybody?
We got the Google machine.
Are they Tennessee?
Type it. Oh, I don't know. Type it in, one of you. All right. Sorry. So I think I had one more, maybe college football. No, I don't. That was Tom's favorite player.
It's in Georgia.
Coach.
Okay, I beg your pardon. Yeah,
Oh.
Macon. They're in Macon.
Macon, Georgia. All right. Any other news and notes on the college football landscape right now? Heisman. You guys got a favorite in that?
I think Travis.
The guy that plays both ways.
Yeah,
Hunter.
Y'all don't have Boise State running back as the Heisman winner?
No.
He's got 2,000 yards rushing.
They won't nobody give him no credit because Hunter's over.
What's Hunter doing?
He's kind of
whatever he's doing on both sides of the ball.
He was very successful his last game.
I'm still curious.
All I'm saying is that they're saying, are you going to give the Heisman to someone who plays a lot of plays or someone who actually leads his team to the football playoffs and has 2,000 yards rushing?
That's a little misleading, though. Let's reiterate. Are you gonna give the award to somebody who plays a lot of plays very well? We need to put that in there.
Maybe we need to look at their competition.
And an interception
when you're
last week.
when you're a good cornerback, they don't throw in your direction.
Yeah, fair.
Maybe you need to look at competition, see who they play.
But the problem with him is I think his draft stock is going to be inflated because I don't think whatever team drafts him, he's not going to play both ways in the pros, and so his talent's cut in half.
You might.
I doubt it.
I doubt.
No, you're not
going
to do that in the NFL. Somebody would take him out.
I think it's a.
You could play in spots.
You could
do
see
that.
I could see, kind of like what Deion did with the Cowboys.
See that.
I could see, but I don't. It's not going to be the norm. It's not. He's not going to do it every game.
I mean, you could put him in punt situations, all kind of stuff. I mean, but it's not going to be every play.
Here's Genty in the last 3 running backs to win the Heisman through 11 games. 11 games and 2,000 yards. Derrick Henry had 1,500. Ingram had 1,300. Reggie Bush had 1,300. 27 touchdowns. Derrick Henry had 21. Mark Ingram 12. Reggie Bush 13.
Have they given
7.5 yards a carry. Derrick Henry 6. Mark Ingram 6. Reggie Bush 8.5. Yes, Reggie Bush has got his Heisman back.
He did get it.
Yeah, he gave it back to him.
But yeah, Genty 2,000 yards, 11 games, 27 touchdowns. His team is going to win the Pac-12 or whatever. What is the Big 12? What are they in now? They moved everything around. They're going to win their conference.
I want to see who's done this against though.
So
is the Heisman after the first game?
The Heisman's after the.
You talking about when they announce it?
Yeah.
I have no.
See, that's what I want to ask.
I'm not 100%.
Because I
It'll be
think
before the
his
playoffs.
Heisman might be on his first game. What do you do? If he goes out there and gets stopped,
I mean,
then he does not win it.
They
Henry
lost
takes it easy.
No,
they lost to Oregon by 3.
It's
and
after it. The Heisman is after the conference championship games.
Okay,
They'll
so it's
play
going to
that.
come before.
So
He has a chance then.
Here's
Maybe.
Genty.
But look who they've played though.
He's
I know.
400 yards.
It does mean a lot.
350 yards behind Barry Sanders' all-time record.
Put an asterisk by Barry Sanders though, because when he played, they didn't count the bowl stats. So put an asterisk by that because I think like one year he had like 250 yards in the Holiday Bowl and it didn't count.
Well, if you're going to asterisk that, you got to asterisk Marcus Allen too. He's older than Barry Sanders.
Yeah,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right, Kevin.
But I don't know. I have no idea if that's how they or what.
Yeah,
how they
but
count
I
anything.
didn't know that either. But they're saying like, well, Barry had blah blah blah, but they didn't count his holiday. I was like, why? It's a college game.
Yeah,
I don't know about that specific year, but Thurman Thomas was also on that roster at
They were
Oklahoma
so-
State.
they were good, man.
They had Barry Sanders and Thurman.
golly.
Thomas. So
I remember
that's what I'm
that,
saying.
yeah.
Like 2,200 yards rushing guys here in 5th all-time leading.
Well, the worst thing
rusher.
about it, though, Kevin, is when you mention his name, half the people wouldn't even know who you're talking about.
But I mean, I'm looking who other than Oregon though. It's just.
How about this though? Travis Hunter isn't even the finalist for the best defensive back in the country award. Deion Sanders said he's going to give him his.
Yeah.
So if he's not a finalist for the best defensive back and he's not one of the best wide receivers in the country, just because he plays both,
Just
does that mean
overall
he
player.
deserves to win it over someone who, like I said, 2,200 yards, leads his team to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a good point because I said earlier, is that somebody plays a lot of plays well? Okay, well, is he playing them good or is he playing them great? And that's if you're not.
Guess what's this? He also leads the nation in rushing after yards of contact. So after he's been contacted, he has more yards than anyone else in college football, and they get all their yards of contact.
He's not real big though, is he, Kevin?
I do not know a single
5'10", I think.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He's not real big.
Pull him up there, Chipper. But no, I've just been seeing this on the thing today, and it's funny. Like they talk about, like I said, they list his stats. Here's his stats: catches, yards, touchdowns, interceptions, and snaps.
I mean, he's
it's just the weirdest. I've never seen that before on a Heisman Trophy application.
Good build for a running back, 5'9", 215.
Was he
So
he didn't look
low to the ground.
That's Emmitt
tall,
Smith's size.
Yeah.
It's exactly Emmitt Smith's size about. All right, so I was just curious what you guys thought about that one.
You make valid points. Actually, that's.
Can we prolong the Heisman like 3 years after they're done?
Someone says, if Genty doesn't win the Heisman after rushing for 2,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, and leading his team to the college football playoff, the award has lost all meaning and purpose.
I agree
losing it to a media-hyped showman's.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Whose number one stat is snaps.
Emmitt Smith, 5'9", 221.
Yeah,
there you go.
I thought he was right at it. Yeah, he could put on 5 more pounds of squat.
I remember when Emmitt Smith was at Florida. And I was back before Spurrier got there, and they couldn't throw the ball. And you knew that Emmitt Smith was going to get the football, and he'd still get 6 yards every time.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Thanks to the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida,
don't forget them.
At Florida.
Yeah.
Florida line.
Yeah.
Florida Georgia line. Jeez.
I'm telling you.
All right, folks. So y'all ready to do some picks?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
anyway.
we got to take a break. Then we'll come back and do picks. Let's take a few minutes. We're going to take a break, folks. We'll come back, and we're going to let the nation know who not to pick today. KTCBroadcasting.com.
You could be the winner of a $1,000 Christmas shopping spree. It'll be given away Friday, December 20th, just in time for Christmas. Register to win today at one of our participating sponsors, including Webb Chemical and Paper Company, Highway 74 Bypass West in Shelby, at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 74 Bypass East in Shelby, at Arnold's Jewelry on South Washington Street in Shelby, at Pro Wellness Chiropractic Center on Clark Drive in Lincoln, at the Chop Shop Dog Salon on East King Street in Kings Mountain, at Cotton Seafood on the Gastonia Highway in Lincoln, at Jumpin' Jazz in downtown Falston, at Memory Lane on Highway 150 Business in Krause, All Carry Insurance on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, and at Shelby Hardware South Lafayette Street in Shelby. So register today for the $1,000 Christmas shopping spree. Brought to you by Downtown Radio, WAGY, and KTC Broadcasting.
For great food and even more fun, it's Johnny's Mexican and American Bar and Grill in Lincolnton. Come on over and see for yourself great Mexican and American dishes with weekly specials. Check out all the sporting events on the large screen TVs, plus karaoke Wednesday and Saturday nights, a live band every Friday night. Check them out. Ask about daily specials. Dine in or take out by calling 704-240-4949. That's Johnny's Mexican American Bar and Grill, 1519 Highway 150 West in Lincoln. And follow them on Facebook too.
Hey, I'm Cody Martin. Here, Charlotte Hornets basketball on Carolina Country. WCSL 92.9 FM and 1590 AM. And online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
The city of Cherryville is proud to announce that the new community gym is under construction and will be opening in November. Located on East Academy Street in Cherryville, watch for the opening. Also coming soon, some new restaurants, including the 5 Spurs Steakhouse. Mayor H.L. Beam, City Council members Jill Pewitt, Janice Hovis, Gary Freeman, and John Abernathy, along with City Manager Brian Dalton, invite you to visit Cherryville, where life blossoms. Tired of living with pain? Sure you are. Now's a great time to see Pro Wellness Family Chiropractic in Lincoln about shockwave therapy. It's a non-invasive treatment that stimulates the body's natural healing process. It can help regenerate nerve tissue. Shockwave therapy can help with injured tendons, ligaments, and other soft tissue. Find out more. See Pro Wellness Family Chiropractic, 644 Clark Drive in Lincoln. Online at ProWellnessNC.com. Like them on Facebook too.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
And we're back with Kevin and the gang. They're going to be doing some picks now.
Hey, good job, man.
I remember that.
Some picks.
Way to go.
All right, Terry, how bad y'all do last week?
All
on
right.
college football
Last
picks?
week, hey guys, I mean, hey, we had a couple bad weeks. Last week we bounced back. Chip goes 7-5, running his record to 83-59. Tom goes 8-4, running his record to 82-60. I go 9-3, running my record to 86-56. So not bad last week.
Mm-hmm. Well, here we are. Let's do a little college football picks today. Tennessee is at Vanderbilt, 10.5-point spread. Vanderbilt's already knocked off Alabama this year. They've got the Vols in town. Are they going to ruin their weekend and season, Chip?
No. Vanderbilt's had their fun this year. UT going to win.
Terry?
Yeah, I'm trying to have something right with.
Tommy?
But this won't even.
I like Tennessee.
Terry about
They'll
this
be
pen right there,
they'll
see
be
if that one
prepared. That they know that Vanderbilt can play a little bit, so you're going to take them serious. This is not your daddy's Vanderbilt.
Don't work,
I think
Terry.
Tennessee will be ready.
Yes.
Okay.
Tennessee also. There's no way they're going to go in there and lose this.
South Carolina and Clemson today. 12 o'clock, 48 degrees in Clemson. 3-point favorites are the Tigers. Tommy?
A chance for Carolina to go in there and make a statement. I don't know. Clemson's at home. They play well at home. I guess I got to go with Clemson at home on this one.
And I'm also thinking the same way. I mean, Dabo's got to get his team after being shell-shocked by Georgia at the start of the year. This will not happen this time. Clemson will win.
I think South Carolina's going to give them a scare, but Clemson pulls it out at the end of the game. They win in Death Valley.
It's only a 3-point line. it's Carolina can go in there and win this game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they can go in there and win, but it's just tough. That's a tough place to go in and play football.
Mm-hmm.
Toss-up game here, it looked like. Illinois and Northwestern. The Illini favored by 7 going into Wrigley Field for this game against Northwestern.
That's so stupid.
Tommy?
Why did they play at Wrigley Field? They played Ohio State at Wrigley Field. Northwestern gave up 50 to the bad Michigan offense. Illinois blows them out.
Me too, Illinois.
How's this only 7.5? Boy, that's going on my parlay. Give me a pen. Yeah, pen. See here, I'm taking lay the points.
Illinois is going to win this, as Jeff Gordon would say, in Wrigley Stadium.
Wrigley Stadium.
Yeah, that's Jeff Gordon for you.
Well, they zoom out. I mean, why are they playing Wrigley? It's just dumb.
Notre Dame at USC. Number 5 Notre Dame is favored by 7.5 in Southern Cal today. Chip.
Oh man, Lincoln Riley's such a quality coach.
Shout out for you. We were told by Dan Potter not to say anything else.
That's for you, David. Notre Dame, baby.
Well, if it made David feel any better, Terry predicted USC was going to take over college football when Lincoln Riley went out there. So
who said that?
That one. That guy.
Got to give him time.
Give him time.
I mean, he ain't been out there, 2 years? I mean,
who y'all else got in this? Who else?
I've got Notre Dame winning.
All right.
I have not picked yet. I guess Notre Dame, even though I hate.
That's who I wrote you down for anyway, Tom. I already know your picks for you.
They're not going in my parlay. I don't trust them going out to the West Coast, but I think Notre Dame will win.
Miami on the road, 11 points at Syracuse. Can the Orange at 8-3 ruin the Miami's good time at 10-1? Tommy.
I don't think so. I mean, old Kyle McCord's done pretty well up there. I'm happy for him, but I think Miami's got a lot to play for. They'll go into that Carrier Dome and get a win.
Yeah, and mine is also, it's not like Miami's going to Boston College. They're going to Syracuse, so Miami goes in there and wins.
Everything Terry said, I agree with.
That's a
You
lot,
said that
lot
out
of
loud.
points. That's a lot of points to lay on the
We're not going to
road.
pick this one, but there's a big Atlantic Coast Conference matchup day between California and Southern Methodist.
That's a great.
Okay,
One of the old traditional ACC matchups.
Arkansas is at Missouri today. Missouri favored by 3. Missouri 8-3. Arkansas 6-5. Terry, what you got in this one?
Oh, this is simple.
31
You're not
degrees
going.
and
You're
snowing.
not going to Arkansas. You're playing in Missouri, so Missouri wins.
Missouri's been underwhelming, and Arkansas's played pretty well in these games. Let's go with Arkansas in a mild upset.
I actually agree with a lot of what Tom just said. I'm going to Arkansas.
Not going somewhere, y'all. Come on.
Texas favored by 4.5 in College
Y'all
Station
just missed
today
one.
at Texas A&M. Terry, Texas at Texas A&M. Who you got?
Texas A&M. They so wishy-washy team. Texas.
Texas A&M a tough place to play, but I think Texas will go in there and get a win.
Yeah, Longhorns.
Appalachian State dog walk Texas A&M in College Station. Tough place to
That's
play.
how come none of us
Tough
took
place to
Texas
play.
A&M. Yeah.
What is he talking about?
I got old Jumbo fired, didn't it? Old Jumbo.
Yeah, we did.
Got him fired.
Kansas State at Iowa State today. Cyclones favored by 2 over the Wildcats there, Chip. What you got in this one?
Iowa State at home.
I'm also got Iowa State.
$7.
To see 2 ranked teams.
For $7, you can eat roasted corn and watch this game in Iowa. I mean, I don't know. I think that Kansas State's playing pretty well. I think they're going to go in there and beat the Cyclones.
There's another loss for you.
There's another loss for you.
You got 2.
You never go against grain. You're so scared to pick an underdog, Terry. You're
I'm about the
afraid.
one in here who does
You're
pick
afraid.
underdogs.
You're afraid. Don't be afraid.
Chapel Hill today. Wolfpack and the Tar Heels. Tar Heels favored by 3. Mac Brown's
This is hard
Mac
here.
Brown's going away game. Dave Doran, and does he get fired if he loses this game? We're going to start with Chip.
Oh, man. You would like to think that Carolina would rise up on Mac's last game, but I don't see it. I'm actually going to pick the Wolfpack.
Terry.
Ooh, that's a good pick. I'm going to tell you something. This game right here has got you both ways. North Carolina State has to win to be bowl eligible. Carolina playing Mac Brown's final game there, for him, so they're going to be pumped. State, you got to stop the running back Hampton. And when I watched them play Georgia Tech, we let a guy run straight up the middle twice, and it was their quarterback. Think of what Hampton's going to do to our defense. Carolina's a quality team, and it's kind of hard. And I'm a State fan. It's hard for me to take them today. I think Carolina wins.
Tom,
all the Kleenex that have come out from Mac Brown this week, I think they're going to be pumped up and play for him. They're at home. They're already bowl eligible, so this isn't Mac's last game. It's his last game at
home. That's what I said.
So I think that the Mac attack. One more game.
No, wait a minute.
I think this is his last game.
Yeah, the AD didn't say. He said he's probably. They didn't confirm he would coach the bowl game.
Yeah, Bubba Cunningham said this was basically alluded that this could be his last game.
This is his last game.
Why would he not coach the bowl game? Where's he going?
They got to put some internship out there to see if he's deserving the job.
Might have somebody hired already.
That's all it is.
So you gonna run Mac Brown off and not let him coach the bowl game?
If they're going to do that, then I might switch my pick.
No, they've already said that.
They've already
come
on.
That. Yeah, this is.
Don't do it.
This is
State will be ready to play.
The betting odds are this is his last game. He's not coaching the bowl game.
I'll still go with Chapel Hill. Will win at home.
Dave Doran likes beating the Carolina team anyway.
Well, of course he likes beating Carolina.
I think he likes beating anybody, doesn't he?
I'm gonna leave mine like it is. I just think it's kind of hard. State's defense.
In your life, would you ever imagine you pick Carolina and I pick State in this
I know.
game?
That's what I said.
I've just lost all faith in State after that Tennessee beatdown. Like when I watched that, I'm like, man, this team is supposed to be good and they're awful.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the thing that bothers me, and we're talking about people coming from everywhere. Them guys have to come to your place and mend together. We've got guys from which Purdue's not an elite group, from Ohio State that come from Auburn. I mean, we could name guys who have transferred from big time SEC teams and Big Ten teams, and we're no good. So, you know, it does not always work.
Remember that old movie Miracle? I don't want the best players, I want the right players. Sometimes,
Yeah,
you know,
that's right.
I mean,
How many's that, Terry?
That's 9.
All right, you want 2 more. Appalachian State goes to Georgia Southern today.
Oh,
for the big
Lord,
rivalry.
here comes the hard one.
Georgia Southern is favored by 2.5. Tickets $24. Gonna be 47 degrees.
So the tickets to this game are on average are more expensive than the 2 ranked teams that we saw earlier.
Top 25 matchup.
Yeah,
$7. But you can go to Georgia Southern for 25. Chip, don't worry, Chip. You can get into James Madison for $2. Why even check tickets at that point?
Yeah, just walk him.
Yeah, please buy a hot dog.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Just charge 10 and give them a free hot dog and a drink.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
That's what I would
Chip.
do.
They're not. Sorry, Kevin. They're not a kid brewer. I'm going Georgia Southern.
And I'm also doing the same thing. I liked them last week. I took them over James Madison, but my God, they're so up and down this year. I don't think they can go to Georgia Southern and win.
Every time I pick against that, they make me feel they make me feel sorry for it.
So
but
I'm taking Georgia Southern.
They are on ESPN Plus. They tend to play well in the spotlight, but I think I'm going with Georgia Southern. Yeah. I think they kind of maxed out last week with that big win over James Madison. They partied hard in Boone, drank some Boone's Farm. They're done. They're not going to play well this week.
I'm gonna switch my pick right quick. No, I'm not. I was getting ready to say Tom talks too much.
You know Boone's Farm probably does well in Boone, North Carolina, amongst the freshmen.
I've been to a Boone's Farm party.
Mm-hmm.
Air Force at San Diego State today. Air Force favored by 5.
We can't see the pick.
I just told you everything you need to know.
Yeah, but I want
Will you put it on the screen?
He needs visual.
4-7 Air Force at 3-8 San Diego.
Why are we picking this game?
To aggravate you. Because I know y'all know nothing about either one of these teams.
Hey, I've seen Air Force on television.
All right.
I didn't watch much of them, but it was on there.
I saw the ROTC do the color guard at Burns. That's. I think Colonel Johnson and he'll probably fly out there and give a little speech. Our colonel from Burns, he is actually from the state of Colorado. I'm sure he's been out there giving pep talks. Let's go with Air Force to get the win on the road.
Tom already had that down for you, and I ain't even looked at you. This will not happen. Air Force on the road. San Diego State wins.
This will not happen. What won't happen? This will not happen. What is this? What won't happen, Terry? What? I don't even understand what he's
It's
talking
simple.
about. This will not happen.
I mean, America, just listen to me.
What does that even mean?
Tom took you so far out in left field a while ago. You don't even pull for Air Force today.
What is he even talking about? This will not happen.
Like I said, I already wrote down what you said without even looking at you.
You can just listen. You don't need to look at me. You don't need to make that awkward look into my eyes to make us both feel uncomfortable.
It's
you can
simple.
just listen. This will not happen. Okay.
Just remind me.
I think that this is Air Force will not go into San Diego State
Tom,
and knock them
People, all they got to do is listen to me. I have tried to tell y'all like last week and the week before, like going to Boston College, you're going to get beat and Carolina did.
Yeah, you're
It's simple.
You're kind of like a Rubik's Cube that you can't figure out, and you start taking off the stickers. You know how you used to cheat? You used to take off the stickers of the Rubik's
I've done
Cube?
that before.
And
I won.
We're taking off the stickers now and just putting them in
I
place.
won
and say,
San
we figured it
Diego
out. We got it.
State.
Oh, God.
That's right. All right, Chip.
Give me the Air Force.
Oh, Lordy. There's another double loss for y'all.
Is that 11 too?
That's plenty.
Okay. We'll see. We'll be back in a minute. We got NBA and NFL to go over. KDCBroadcasting.com.
Check out the great deals at Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop in Kings Mountain. Like this week, a 2016 Acura MDX SH all-wheel drive and entertainment package, only $15,495. Also a 2012 Honda Odyssey EX minivan for $12,495 and a 2013 Scion XD 4-door hatchback priced at $84,995. Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop, 522 Oak Grove Road, Kings Mountain. Online at oakgroveauto.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Santa's headquarters for John Deere toys is Boyd Tire and Appliance on Main Street in Clover. They've got John Deere riding toys, also John Deere toy tractors and implements. Come check out the selection for Christmas. And don't forget about their John Deere and Gravely mowers, also steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, plus tires and home appliances. That's Boyd's Tire and Appliance, 110 North Main Street in Clover, online at boydtireandappliance.com.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
Sizzleman Son Paint and Body Shop, a local family-owned business located at 2027 Shelby Road in Kings Mountain. They offer auto and truck body repair and painting, motorcycle refinishing, and dent removal. They're known for their quality work and their experienced staff and their dedication to their customers. In their own words, we work for our customers, not for the insurance companies. We have your best interest in mind. Call 704-730-0050. Sizzleman Son Paint and Body Shop in their 27th year in business. They're there when you need them.
Home Outlet in Gastonia offers an extensive selection of budget-friendly products for your home remodeling projects with the guaranteed lowest prices on kitchens, baths, floors, doors, and more. Choose from over 75 in-stock modern flooring styles, including luxury vinyl plank. Visit Home Outlet today and bring your vision to life at a price you can afford. Home Outlet, 1495 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. Online at homeoutlet.com.
This month's Scholar Athlete of the Month is Mackenzie Pendleton, a senior at Burns High School, sponsored by McDonald's, KTC Broadcasting, and WhatsUpShopper.com. Mackenzie is the daughter of Laura and Michael Pendleton and is involved in women's tennis and track and field. She has a 4.6774 grade average. Her advanced classes include college chemistry, general biology, pre-calculus, introduction to sociology, transfer success, pre-calculus algebra, music appreciation, English literature, language and composition, U.S. history, earth and environmental science, macroeconomics, and psychology. She's a member of the Lawndale Methodist Church and volunteers for area soup kitchens, Special Olympics, Meals of Hope, and more. After graduation, Mackenzie plans to go to NC State and major in animal science and pursue a career as a veterinarian. The Scholar Athlete of the Month recognizes a student athlete not only for accomplishments in athletics, but also for overall achievements in the classroom and for overall school and community citizenship.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. Apparently, we're going to be learning about geography.
All right, we are. This is a music station, so I got a little trivia for the guys real quick. See if we can nail one. This is a map of the highest grossing singer, music artist, band from each state. Okay, so not who sells the most in each state. It's a person from this state who has sold the most. For example, we all know Michael Jackson's from Indiana. He is the all-time sellingest artist in Indiana.
I didn't know he was from Indiana.
You know he's Gary, Indiana?
Actually, that makes, two of us. I didn't realize.
I did not know that neither.
Okay, none of y'all will have.
I don't do
this.
well with this. I'm not like a celebrity guy.
This is a sports talk show.
I thought everyone knew that Michael Jackson grew up in Gary, Indiana, the murder capital of the world, and his daddy beat the crap out of all of them.
Now, I knew the backstory. I just didn't know where it took place.
Yeah, it was in Gary, Indiana.
I didn't know his daddy beat the crap out of him.
Oh gosh,
his dad was pretty abusive.
It's if you don't hit that step right, you get hit.
Well, that makes sense of what he turned into. That's what, like when you beat your kids, they turn into people like him.
So Michael is the Indiana all-time seller. Minnesota, I'll give you a tip, is Prince. How about that one? We all probably knew that one. All right, so what is your guess on the all-time best-selling artist, most-selling artist from North Carolina? We'll throw South Carolina.
I started to say For South Carolina, is it Hootie?
Tom nailed it.
Darius Rucker, look at you.
Darius Rucker,
Tom just
man.
nailed it. Hootie and the Blowfish is South
I
Carolina's
have a very bad guess for North
all-time
Carolina.
best-selling artist.
You do.
I
Boy.
have a very bad guess for North Carolina.
I'm going to give you a hint for North Carolina. It's going to be a country music artist.
Okay, then I would have been way wrong because I was going to go
It's
the
not
other.
Petey Pablo.
Oh, darn it! Travis, my guess.
It's not Petey Pablo. It is a country music artist. So that is your hint for North Carolina. I'm going to give you a couple more.
Eric
across
Church?
No.
No, but he's from here.
Is he?
Tina Turner is Tennessee.
Okay.
Johnny
Tina,
Johnny
isn't Dolly
Cash is
Parton from
Arkansas.
Tennessee? Dolly's not from Tennessee.
I don't know if she is, but she didn't sell as much as Tina
Yeah,
Turner.
she didn't sell as much as Tina Turner did.
Whether she is or not. Paul Revere and the Raiders are the leading sellers from Idaho.
Is it Springsteen Jersey?
Let's see. New Jersey. Whitney Houston is New Jersey.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Taylor Swift is Pennsylvania.
Who's
Where
New York
she's from? New York is Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about Ohio?
Michael Bolton is Connecticut. Well, Massachusetts or Connecticut. I don't know which one is the other. The other was James Taylor. How about, what would you say, Tom? Ohio. What's your guess, Tom?
I don't know. I really don't.
You got a good one to go. Try again.
I've
know,
spent
you
most
nailed
of my
Hootie.
life in the Carolinas.
I know.
So I don't know.
You would never get this one. I'm going to tell you that one from Ohio.
I don't know.
Rascal Flatts is the best-selling artist from Ohio. So no guess. I need guesses. Y'all got to guess. North Carolina guess. Here we go. This shouldn't take this long.
Is it
I
a
don't care if you
current
miss
like
it.
country star or is it like old school?
How many hints do you need?
A lot.
No, just guess country star. Best-selling country star, North Carolina.
Oh gosh.
Travis Tritt from North Carolina.
Tom's in the neighborhood. Terry?
He's from Georgia though, isn't he?
I already named mine.
Who'd you say?
Eric Church.
No. Oh, yeah. And then Chip, your guess?
Kelly Pickler.
Tom, you got one name right. It's Randy Travis.
Ah,
Travis. So
Randy
Randy Travis is the all-time best-selling
see
artist in North Carolina. Eminem is Iowa. Johnny Cash, Arkansas. Garth Brooks, Oklahoma. George Strait is
Well, yeah.
Texas. Sunshine Up My, you know what? John Denver is New Mexico. And the Killers are Nevada.
Who's from
Eagles.
California?
Who's California?
The Eagles.
Two Live Crew.
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, the Eagles.
Is
Hotel California. There you
Green
go.
Day? Is Green Day Washington or Oregon?
Kenny G is Washington and Everclear is Oregon. So
There you go.
All right, guys, there's your music trivia of the day. All right, let's talk a little NFL. Hey, here's something for you, Tom. Urban Meyer, when this is him meeting Mike Vrabel. Did y'all see this?
Mm-mm.
Gosh, please, this is hilarious. I'm gonna let Mike Vrabel tell this, not me. All right, you got the audio up?
Yep.
You know, Urban Meyer asked him, "Do I know you?" And Urban Meyer was coaching the Titans. He was coaching the Jaguars, and he actually said the same thing to me. I said, "Yeah, I'm the head coach for the Titans, and I worked for you for 2 years."
Shaking hands before the game, Urban Meyer asked Mike Vrabel, "Do I know you?" And Vrabel's like, "I'm the head coach of the other team, and I worked for you for 2 years."
That's just the more I hear about Urban Meyer, just the
Is the only people he knew, Tom, was the ladies?
He liked ladies.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, how does he not know who the opposing coach is?
I don't know, like, if it's put on or what, but I've heard stories like that. This Urban is, I mean, you know why Urban will always be a legend at Ohio State? 7 wins, 0 losses against the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just like, sorry, dude. I mean,
speaking of, there you go.
yeah, I mean,
Tom's hero.
He's not. But the more you hear about him, he's just got some serious character issues.
He never did. Did he ever lose to Michigan?
Never lost.
That's what I thought.
Never lost. No,
Yeah.
I think Michigan State beat him a couple of times, but he never lost to Michigan.
I watched the 40 or the 30 for 30 about Maurice.
Is that his wife?
No.
that is Heather, who loves the Buckeyes.
Okay.
But the 30 for 30 on Maurice Claret and Tressel, and it was really actually, and I don't know how much it was churched up for the but it seemed like how they reconciled after all that. It was a pretty neat story.
Yeah.
Pretty neat
Look
story.
at that.
And it was, I don't know. It's just like Urban is just one of these guys. I mean, he knows football, but he's just. So I think some of the people that have done what he's done. I mean, you know that he's worshipped in Ohio State, and it's when you've had so much success, you feel like it gives you a license to kind of do things that maybe
invincible.
It's okay. It's okay if I do this because I'm such and such.
Yeah.
I mean, and like it's easy for me to sit back here and just say that. So I've never been in that position. Like, how would you act? Like we judge all these 22-year-olds with millions of dollars. Well, how would you act if you were 22 with $5 million? So I mean, I know that I'd probably been in jail, but it's just he does some things that are just, shall we say, call his character into question.
But
now we're going to go to Panthers wide receiver Xavier Legette for his what's he going to eat? What's he going to have for Thanksgiving dinner? And I can't even put a warning on this, folks. Just be ready for anything. That's all I can say. And it does have closed captioning for the people watching online.
Hey man, what I'm most excited to eat today, man, it's gonna be that coon. Man, my cousin them, they called me last night and told me they killed the coon 2 days ago. They took the clothes off and everything, washed them up. Yeah, we about to dive into that today, man.
Come on, man. Shout out to you, man. Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving, dog.
Terry? Did you catch what he's having for dinner? I caught what he said. Did you catch what he said he's having for dinner?
I did not.
All right, we're going to play it again. Tom, did you catch what they're having for dinner?
Turkey.
Nope. Did you catch what they're having for dinner?
I think so.
All right, we're going to play it again. The closed caption failed to catch
the closed
word.
caption did not work on that one.
Hey man, what I'm most excited to eat today, man, it's gonna be that coon. Man, my cousin them, they called me last night and told me they killed the coon 2 days ago. They took the clothes off and everything, washed them up. Yeah, we about to dive into that today, man.
Come on, man.
Terry, you still ain't caught what he's about to eat?
I could care less what he's eating.
Oh. Chip, what's he going to have for dinner?
If I believe I heard him correctly, that's raccoon.
Yes. His cousin killed a raccoon 2 days ago, and they done undressed him and got him ready, is what he just said. He's about to eat some raccoon for
That's nice, Xavier.
Thanksgiving.
Enjoy. Man, what I'm most excited to eat today, man, it's gonna be that coon.
The closed caption called that cool.
Cool.
It says,
man, it's gonna be that coon. Man, my cousin them, they called me last night and told me they killed the coon 2 days ago. They took the clothes off and everything, washed them up. Yeah, we about to dive into that today, man.
I love him.
Put
I love
him with Jameis on a podcast.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
telling you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it'd be the best podcast there is.
And we'd probably show it.
We would.
Oh,
We
yes,
would.
we
You know
Yes.
that we would.
I've lost respect for the academic standards at the University of South Carolina. Let's go ahead and say that. Who did his homework? I mean, you don't even need. I mean, who did this guy's homework? That's all I want to know. Who did his homework for speech and debate class?
I was going to say.
I
was going to say something, but I need to be careful. Both of my in-laws went to USC, so.
Who did his homework? I guess Chat GPT did his homework because that fool didn't do it.
Isn't that sometimes
I'm just gonna tell you.
where you walk down the hall and you look at your degree on the wall and it says University of South Carolina and you think, man, I thought I worked hard for that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, that guy has a degree from the University of South
No,
Carolina.
he doesn't. But
he didn't finish. Oh, okay.
What's the?
Okay. At least he didn't. Finish.
news? Breaking news: Redskins coming back to Washington.
This is
we were calling out leaders on a case of really woke gone wrong. The irony that they were canceling Native American culture as the DEI movement went way too far. Look, this is honoring a Blackfeet chief who was born in Montana. He's highly esteemed. The Blackfeet tribe of Montana, their current chairman and the tribal council signed a letter in strong support to bring the logo back. It honors Indian country. So we've had good discussions with the NFL and with the commanders. There's good faith negotiations going forward that's going to allow this logo to be used again. Perhaps revenues going to a foundation that could help Native Americans in sports and so forth. We're making good progress, and based on the good faith negotiations, I made a decision to support this bill yesterday in the committee.
I know that they put a plaque up at Northwest Stadium honoring Wetzel and the logo. It'd be great to see it back on the helmets again. Senator, thanks so much for joining us.
That's Senator Daines from Montana talking about the Blackfeet tribe wanting to get back on the helmets. I think I had one more on that subject.
How can Congress
if I
pass
find
a
it.
law saying the Redskins have to change their name?
I don't know, Tom.
I mean, it's a stunt. I'd love to see the Redskins come back, but it's just like these politicians, they jump on anything. They jump on anything, part of the culture war, both sides. I mean, like, everybody, I think 90% of America would be just fine with it being called the Redskins. There's that 10% of America that's just it's kind of funny to like listen to white people tell you what Indians should be offended by.
Right.
That's kind of entertaining to
I
me.
agree.
But I think that there's plenty of support for the logo. But it's just funny how these politicians jump in on any kind of culture war. And we'd love to see the Indians come
Well,
back.
this is along with it. The Native American Guardians Association has surpassed over 13,000 signatures trying to change the Guardians name back to the Cleveland Indians. So this is another Native American group petitioning the Major League Baseball to bring Chief Wahoo and the Indians
That's
back.
how I say, listen to the Native Americans.
Yeah.
It's like white people, just stay out of this.
I agree.
It's just
I agree.
Well, the white people just stay out of this and just ask the Native Americans, are you okay with this? Then we're going to change the logo back because it should be.
The guy's face is okay. Whose face is on the helmet is 100% okay with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Please put my face on the helmet.
I mean, if you want to call your team the Fighting Centophanes and put my silhouette on, I'm good with that. I mean, are there any residuals to that? Please, my routing number is this. You can place it into
Would you be okay with that with no residuals? There's the question.
I'd be okay with it with no residuals.
Hey, this is breaking news and don't happen much, but the other night, Chargers and Ravens coaches, Chargers and Ravens played each other, but I don't know if it's ever happened before, but apparently their moms and dads know each other. They've dated before, so I don't know if that's ever happened in the NFL. Here's Tom's favorite coach.
Oh, I love my brother, and I'd lay down my life for my brother, but I would not let him win a football game.
Let him finish.
I love my brother, and I'd lay down my life for my brother, but I would not let him win a football game, and he wouldn't want it that way. So
there you go, Tom.
Oh, yeah, but he's 0-3 now.
He wouldn't let him win a football game. He would die for him. You don't think he'd die for him?
No. No.
You don't think Jim Harbaugh's an honorable man?
He would probably raid his brother's corpse for money and other valuables if he did die. He's that type of guy.
Golly.
You could just tell.
Brock Bowers just passed Jerry Rice for the most receptions in the first 11 games in Raiders history. I'm going to repeat that. Brock Bowers just passed Jerry Rice for the most receptions by a Raider in the first 11 games of a season.
Jerry Rice was 48 years old when he played for the Raiders.
That's my point.
Y'all seen Jerry Rice today?
What?
He looks like
still looks like he can play.
Yeah.
Like he's in that commercial.
What was Tim Brown doing?
Yes!
All those years
Yeah.
where he didn't catch 73 passes in 11 games when Rich Gannon was throwing quarterback. Like that's just amazing. Jerry Rice has that record.
He would outwork you. He would outwork you, and he knew how to play. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, he didn't have Randy Moss ability.
If he had,
if he had Randy Moss ability, I mean, it would just go.
If Randy Moss had his work ethic, Randy Moss would be the greatest wide receiver of all time, bar none.
How about our Jameis Winston highlight of the week? This is him stealing home while Carlos Correa was
now
batting
third.
during the All-American High School
level.
game.
Well, and you watch kids go through the minor leagues, and what separates those kids, and even here at the high school level, and I always talk about it, pitchability. Can they pitch? Do they show a three-pitch? Up, stealing home.
Jameis!
Oh, he did, as we're talking about it.
Steals
breaking it all
home.
down. He came on home.
It's not about the
back to
lights.
mound.
It's not about the camera.
Unbelievable.
It's not about the
there.
action. It's about the
Streaking
action.
home. Jameis Winston of the East Evan.
There you go. The greatest athlete in the world at this point, right at this moment in America. Jameis with the steal of home. Tom loves him.
He's on a 1-year contract.
He's got a winning record.
He's on a 1-year contract.
Cooper Rush was doing this, the Cowboys fans would be going
Cooper
nuts
Rush
right
won
now.
on Thanksgiving.
And Flacco was there, and he was gone the next year also. So.
And you know what? Cooper Rush didn't make a stupid speech and embarrass himself after the game like Winston does every game. It's like interviewing because he's going to say something stupid, and we can all laugh at Cleveland.
It's internet gold, man.
He's on a 1-year deal.
Doesn't he have a winning record, Tom?
He's on a 1-year deal.
Like Terry, what?
He answers questions like my wife answers questions.
Like, let's get. I know. Like, let's look at this. We're gonna go back last week's game. They beat the Steelers, which is good, right, Tom?
Oh yeah, I mean they had. I'm not gonna say he didn't play well. I mean he played well against the Steelers. They game planned it very well, and The Steelers aren't as good as their record. Everybody knows that. I mean, they've played above where the level they should
Mike
be. They're
Tomlin will
fine.
have another one.
Mike Tomlin is give
one of the
devil-
ultimate coaches of all time.
I mean, he's out there trying to trip people when he's getting beat. But other than that, he's a good coach. I mean, you know, he should have been banned for life for that. But you know, let him play. He's good. You're good. Just got there tripping people. Going to end a guy's career because you're getting beat in a football
Make the Super Bowl sometime, Tom, and then you talk to him.
Well, Mike Tomlin hasn't made the Super Bowl in a while. I mean, he's always good, but you know, he's one of those guys.
A while's better than never.
I like him better than Harbaugh. Put it that way. I mean, you know, Jim Harbaugh gives me incentive to be a good Christian because if I don't go to hell, I'll never have to meet him.
Golly.
That's my inspiration.
You ever just sit here and just listen to him?
Every week.
I was
That's
hoping someone
unreal.
else said a word before I did. I didn't want to make the next
It
comment.
is so unreal.
I mean,
And you talk about me.
You guys are
Listen at yourself.
You guys are afraid of the truth. I'm sorry, you're afraid of the truth.
Listen
That's
at
the
yourself,
truth.
Tom.
No, I'm just saying.
Go home today and
I've
replay.
I have made my statement.
Replay.
And I'm sticking by my statement. And I'll say it again.
If I get heaven, so I never have to meet Jim Harbaugh.
Gives me inspiration to be a good Christian. So if I go to heaven, I don't ever have to
I
worry
don't
about
have to be
saying
Jim
it.
Harbaugh because he'll be in hell. That's just a fact. Write it down.
Is that in like a pithy and still?
Probably is.
That's Hezekiah.
Deuteronomy.
That's Hezekiah chapter 38 right there.
I just wrote it like an extra verse in some random chapter in the Bible.
He's not worried about the devil at all, Terry. He's worried about being Jim Harbaugh in person.
Tom, it also says in there you shouldn't be judging people.
Well, Jim Harbaugh and the devil are the same person. I mean, the devil personifies himself in certain people, and Jim Harbaugh is one of it. Just saying.
Send your notes and cards, letters. Tom Centofanti.
I'm sorry.
Thomas Centofanti.
I'm not amending my statement. I stand by it.
Oh gosh,
We might need Zach here to do some ministry work for.
This is all I got to say here.
You know, to be in true football weather in Cleveland, Ohio, at Huntington Bank Field today to give him the glory. It's a beautiful day.
Sure feels like you're playing in the AFC North.
It is. It's magical. Thank you.
We already watched it.
Shut up, Tom. I gotta hear the horse. We'd be a playoff team if we had Flacco and Jameis as the quarterbacks all the time instead of running all these other wahoos out here, don't you think, Tom?
Spending over $200 million on these other wahoos.
The horse is prepared for battle, but victory comes from the Lord. I just don't see how we can't get behind this.
I've already told you I don't like war references in football. It's disrespectful to veterans.
Thanksgiving Day, Bears get their coach fired. Comments on that one, boys?
They fired him after that?
Yeah. They should have.
First Bears coach has been fired during the season in the history of the franchise.
Yeah, 105 years.
Should have called a timeout.
Yes.
Well,
They have been a lot of
I tell you
coaches
what.
who have done stupid things these last few weeks.
My base salary for teaching school is like $65,000. If an NFL team would pay me $65,000, I'll be your timeout guy. I'll just stand right next to the coach and tell him when to call time. Can I just have that job? It's like, I got one job. Call timeout. That's what you need. Because, Kevin, you've talked about this. How many stupid coaches don't call timeout when they need to call a time? It's ridiculous.
It is.
I mean, I don't know what goes through their mind. Like, I've never done it. Like, I've not been a pro. I've not been a high school head coach. I'm not going to act like I could do it. But it's just like when I'm sitting on the couch, it's like, don't he have a timeout? You know, it's like, don't you have a timeout? You know, you can't take that back to Chicago with you. I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't call a timeout.
Or you can go to Miami and call timeout when you don't have one.
It's just crazy, man. I just, whatever. I just want that job. I will offer my services to be the timeout guy for any coach, except for Jim Harbaugh or Mike Tomlin. I will be a timeout guy for any
Well,
other
what
coach.
stupid thing did Mike McCarthy do 2 years ago, Terry? The timeout thing, then you ran Ezekiel Elliott or something. What was it? Didn't he not call a timeout or something? Same situation?
He had timeouts to call. I thought, I don't know, man. It's got ridiculous. I know I was watching the Raiders yesterday, and everybody's ready on the whole team, 10 players except the quarterback on the last play. when they fumbled. I mean, you know, come on, guys.
So
coaches, get with your team. Understand when to call timeout, when you need one. Dave Dorn did the same thing playing Georgia Tech. He had a timeout, but we called it too early, and I didn't understand none of that. We could have run another play, but anyway.
Well,
I'm you know.
Well, the play last night, center snaps it, quarterback hits him, and they
Square in
fumble.
the chest.
So, what was weird about the play? There's a penalty on it, Terry.
Yeah, there was.
And then they changed that. The one ref come in and called false start. Well, that's supposed to kill the play dead.
Right. That should have that.
So
should trump anything
but
else.
then they had a meeting, and they ended up with illegal formation or something?
Yes.
And that allowed the play, and the Chiefs to keep
so
the
they
ball.
declined it.
And so that's why there's Raider fans and gamblers all over the world right now pissed off, saying that
the line was 13.
The NFL is cheating for the Chiefs to win games and all that other stuff.
Well, they like Mahomes. I mean, everybody likes Mahomes.
Well, there's a question I have to ask y'all. I know in NFL football, when we're playing this game, if you slide, you're down. What if you go head first?
You're not down.
All
What are you
I'm
talking
saying,
about? Where?
all I'm saying is
Head first where?
Cooper Rush did that the other day. Went head first.
Do you see where
fumbled?
Caleb Williams.
But they said his
Caleb
knee hit.
Williams tried to pull the fake slide
Yeah.
and stand
And
up.
he got lit up
nailed.
on this side. Yeah.
But I'm telling you,
Is that the Detroit line on the sideline play?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
That was a big controversy. I'm going to talk about that one too. Go ahead, Tom.
That's the one thing I hate. I was like, son, you're fair game. Yeah. I mean, you better be clearly like on the ground for 2 seconds, because if it's bang bang and you slide, you're trying to get as many yards as you can, and that
But now what's
defensive
the
back
difference?
hits you. It's not fair to the defense, because what if you let up? What's he gonna do?
Right.
So I mean, it's not fair to the defense, and I understand that somebody's gonna say, "Hey, Tom, we buy our ticket to see Mahomes play, so some scrub defensive back is not going to take him out and end his season." But at the same time, if you're going to wait to the last minute to slide, and you get hit and it's bang bang, I'm saying if it's bang, now if he slides for 2 seconds and then you hit him,
Right.
okay, or
But
you go
if-
after his head, but if it's bang bang,
If the defender's momentum is carrying
If
him
it's-
towards the player to tackle him,
and you got replay assist,
Yes.
I mean you can replay
Yes.
assist that, and it's like, look, man, it's bang bang. You're trying to get that extra yard for it. There's the play
that's
he's
it
talking
right there.
about.
Yeah.
See, there's the fake slide. Like, oh, I'm going to slide.
The Detroit's player
Right.
momentum is already
Right.
going towards
and
Williams.
they did not call a penalty on this, which I think was a good call.
Yes,
they
I agree.
did not call a penalty on this
I agree.
because he's trying to make a move, and then
He doesn't start moving to the side until the Detroit player is almost on him at that point.
I think we need to take the slides out of the rule book first of all.
Yeah, but which way do you go?
What do you mean?
In Dallas game, Cooper Rush slid head first.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's towards the end of the game. We're only up. I mean, we end up it's 13-10.
Well, if you go head first, it's a run. There is no. It's
yeah,
not a
and
slide.
what happened
But if
though?
his knee hits and somebody
No,
touches
wait.
him,
Any other player can go head first if they're not touched down. They can get back up and take off running because nobody has clocked them down.
Correct.
He goes head first. His knee hits the ground. They call him down from his knee hitting the ground. He's a runner. Am I right?
Should be. I haven't seen the play. Let's get to that second. Let's look at this one, and I'll get the replay up for that one, Terry. First of all, he's 2 yards from being out of bounds. So what are we even talking about here?
Yeah.
Like, again, Tom's saying he's faking sliding, and the Bears fans are saying he's clearly running out of bounds. Cam Newton ran out that sideline for 9 years, pretending he was running out of bounds.
That's horse hockey. No.
No, as a DB, linebacker, whatever. If your feet is on the green, I'm going to hit you because I don't want you getting those extra bullcrap yards like that. This right here is all right, completely clean to me. I have no problem with this. His
They
head
didn't
is
call a
lined up with
foul,
his chest.
right?
No, they didn't call a foul.
Okay.
He hit him.
Yeah.
That's
His
clean
head is
hit.
in the chest.
Yep.
Like,
Clean
where
hit.
does you think his body's supposed to go? His body is below his head, folks.
He played well in the second half. I'll give him credit.
Look how far up from the sideline he is, and the Bears fans are like, he was clearly running out of bounds.
No.
Oh, shut up.
No.
He didn't start moving laterally to the sideline
guess the
until the
people can't.
Detroit player was already almost
you know
off
what
the
I
stage.
say? Son, are you a football player?
Right. What are we doing here?
You know, what are you doing here? I remember when we would do drills, one guy didn't like me on the team, so he headhunted me every time like I'd punt, go down in coverage like he headhunted me. But at the same time, it's like you're on the football field you're going to get hit. I mean, why are we putting these guys in a glass?
Terry, this not pretty much like perfect technique.
Yeah.
Hitting.
He did it. He did exactly what he's supposed to.
He didn't wrap up, but as far as everything else, his head did not. The side of his helmet makes contact with his stomach. His shoulder hits him in the hip.
That hurt. I'm
like,
just telling you, that was a good stick.
That's exactly how you're supposed to hit someone. Other than wrapping up, but why would you wrap up the quarterback on the side? Every person I've ever hit on the sideline, that's exactly how I hit them. Shoulders to the hips. Pushing. You're just trying to push him out of bounds. That's just so stupid. Terry, I'll find your little Cooper Rush thing here in a second. Wonder if that's on there.
Well, it just got me because
did he fumble?
He fumbled.
Okay,
I saw that.
Yeah.
And
I'm wondering,
the knee was down.
It was, but is he down?
There's the knee. He's down. The knee's down.
Nobody's touched him.
But the contact comes, Terry. Watch. He's
right
down.
after.
There's the contact.
Yeah, but his knee was down.
But the knee is down, and then he punches the ball out.
But is he not down until somebody touches him? And when he touches him, he knocks the ball clean.
Hold on, Terry. I have no idea what's going to go. I'm going to go with what I'm seeing. I am seeing the guy behind him hit him in the back on the way down.
That's down by contact.
97 touches him here. You see his jersey move.
Yep.
So when he hits the ground now, he's down.
He's down.
So what was the play call?
What
was the call?
They called it right. It was not a fumble. They thought it was a fumble, but they reviewed
because
it.
the Giants picked it up.
Okay. Yeah, 97 touched him on the way down, so he's down as soon as his knee goes down. He hit him in the back. You see his jersey move right there. And then, boom, he knocks it out. That's a running back.
You can argue, too, as his hand comes forward and the knee's on the ground, as soon as the arm touches the helmet, he's down, and then he punches the ball out. Either way, he's down by contact.
Do we think the pros...
Either way, he's down by contact.
Do we think the pros should go to what the college does, and whether you make contact or not, if your knee's down, you're
absolutely
down?
Not. I think that's the worst rule in the history of the world.
Okay.
No, I can remember a day, though, back in the early 80s, they changed the rule. You used to be able to not advance a fumble.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that's been since the 80s. I mean, it's been a while. It's been a while.
The Raiders game.
Chip, I hate players falling down and not being able to get back. Like a wide receiver slip or something, he could have a walk in for a touchdown.
That's a high school rule too. It's
stupid,
yeah.
I don't.
It's a safety issue. You don't want a guy trying to get up and get blasted. That's the thing. I mean, it's a safety issue. But these guys, I mean, I could see both sides of it. But in the pros, I like the pro rule.
All right. So Cowboys beat the Giants. Lions beat the Bears. Packers beat the Dolphins. Shout out to Will the Thrill. Chiefs beat the Raiders on Thursday Night Football.
They cheated, but they won.
Terry, how's our picks last week?
All right, last week, a great week for everybody. Chip went 11-4. He is 85-42.
66.9 winning percentage.
Tom went 10-5. He is 88-54.
61.9%.
I went 11-4, 82-46.
64%.
And Kevin went 12-3, 82-44.
65%.
And we're all about in the 60s, aren't we?
All right, guys, let's pick this week's games. Chargers at Falcons. Chargers favored by 1 in Atlanta. Chip?
Falcons are starting to fall apart a little bit. Chargers seem to be on the rise. I'm going with San Diego. I'm going with Tom's favorite team, favorite coach.
Give me the Falcons at home.
I'm also taking the Falcons. Chargers on the road. They'll not win.
Give me the Chargers in this one. I'm not sold on the NFC South as being real too much quality right now, but we'll see. If Falcons win this one, they change my mind. Steelers and Bengals. Steelers just lost to the Brownies. Bengals, Joe Burrow's been playing good. The rest of the team having a few issues. Tommy, what you got in this one?
I like the Bengals at home. Like I said, I'm just not convinced the Steelers are very good. And I know a lot of the gamblers are going to see this and say, oh, the team that's 8-3 is an underdog, but they're not that good.
No, that's not even funny to say. Tom, Steelers not lose 2 in a row. They win this one.
Your Burrow's playing well, but that defense gives up a lot of points. I'm going with the Steelers.
The Steelers can't score. They're terrible.
They'll score enough.
I was about to say, the Bengals will help them find a way.
Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers to win on the road in this one. Cardinals at the Vikings. Sam Darnold, 9-2. Who would have thunk it? Hosting Kyler Murray. 3.5-point favorites in Minneapolis. Terry, what you got in this one?
Cardinals going from hot weather up there where it's kind of
Play
chilly.
outside now.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. So I'm taking the Vikings.
Cold up there. What is it? What does it say? Don't even say it on it, does it? AccuWeather just gave up on that one. What is Minneapolis weather today?
Look at that. They got that nice, huge, massive.
Who you got, Chip?
Dome, though. Cardinals. They looked like they were getting their offense fixed up, but they're on free fall right now. And how about all the former Panthers quarterbacks succeeding right now? Let's go with the Vikings.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings. It is currently 8 degrees in Minneapolis.
The funny thing is,
8 degrees.
It's Minnesota's the team that needs the dome, but Arizona's the team that has the dome.
Yeah.
Well, they both had the indoor facilities.
I'm
though.
going with Minnesota, even though nobody asked me.
I was getting ready to.
Okay.
I was just telling you what temperature was.
All right.
Colts at Patriots. This might be the game in hell this week, or the next game, but this one we're going to see the Colts.
40
and the
degrees
Patriots.
though. 40 degrees
in Foxborough. Tommy.
Say the Colts get a win on the road. Of course, Drake May's not playing bad, but they got blown out last week.
Terry?
I'm taking New England playing up there.
Chipper.
I think May's got some of the similar issues that Bryce Young has. He ain't got a lot of the people around him, so I'm going to go with the Colts.
Patriots going to get them a win at home this week. Maybe we're going to go with the Patriots on this pick. Seahawks at the Jets. Aaron Rodgers and Geno Smith. $24 in New York. You can get a ticket for this one. Chip?
I'm finally going to start agreeing with Tom on this. Aaron Rodgers just gotten too weird, and he's messed up the Jets' locker room. Seahawks win.
Terry?
Too many planes coming in there, and they all delayed. Jets lose. Seahawks win.
Tom,
What does that have to do with
I'm
anything?
sorry, what? Tom following that football analogy. You got Aaron Rodgers and Geno.
They're talking about shutting down Aaron Rodgers. I guess he's going to play. I just will not pick the Jets in any game as long as Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. Seattle, I think they're not great. They win one, lose one. They're hard to figure out. But give me Geno Smith. His cousin's doing so well for us at Ohio State.
Seahawks got to win. I'm going to take them in this one. Jets disappointing a lot of people. Titans and the future Redskins. Terry, who got in this one? Commanders favored, Washington favored at 5.5 at home.
Remember the little graphic I showed everybody last week?
Sure.
That's right.
Sure.
That's our
Remind me,
stadium.
but yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that's our stadium up there, FedEx. Remember, we got
I got an email, and they asked me my experience. I put horrible will not return. And a lady emailed me, says, could you elaborate on this? I said, call me. I'll tell you all about it. And they didn't call. So I guess I got to sit down and type them an email, tell them why they're so terrible. It's the worst place to go watch a football game in the NFL. But it just is. It's just terrible. They don't have anybody directing. Like literally, I could have walked in the stadium, walked to the left, and got to my seat. Instead, they didn't tell me where to go. I went one place. Then I went to another. They're going to say, we got to take the escalator. I'm like, I'm not in the luck. Why did they tell me to take the escalator? Then they tell me to walk this place. Some woman screams in my face. I'm walking the wrong way. I had to swallow my pride. And finally, some old 80-year-old dude, hey, man, all you had to do is walk up those steps. And we did. Walked up these steps over there, and then I was in my seat.
Yep.
I wasted 30 minutes. And I'm like a person. Don't get too close. I don't like, and people are like this. So I just, no. Never go to that place again. They can implode that stadium. I'm fine with it.
Did they sing Hail to the Redskins?
They sing Hail to the Commanders, but one of the dodo heads had the W upside down, so it was an M. So it's kind of funny. That's how dumb they are. But and the idiot next to me is trying to impress his wife, girlfriend, whatever. There's some idiot next to me, and I'm in my Cleveland Brown stuff.
Why you keep pointing at me?
I'm not pointing at you.
Tom, that's what you're doing.
Just sit over there and be quiet. Just sit in your corner. The guy next to me tries to say, oh, Deshaun Watson, yeah, sack him, massage him into the ground. I'm looking at him. I said, do you realize that Cleveland fans don't like him? And you're making fun of him as not trolling me? Don't make me beat you up in front of your little girlfriend there. It's just one of them things, man. It's just, God almighty. They're idiots. They're just.
Tell you what happened.
No, I'm just saying. You're going to get beat by a 50-year-old man in front of your girlfriend. So just shut your mouth. You're never
30 minutes ago, you asked me, Terry, what's your pick? And Tom's been talking since.
Well, I mean, you asked me to tell the story, so I did.
I did.
He asked me to tell the story.
I wanted to know why they were the worst.
They are terrible.
Stadium in the world.
Commanders win this game. So you can go ahead and write it down.
Terry, I got Commanders.
The team's better than the stadium.
Oh, much better than the stadium. Little dweeb. I was just a dweeb.
Are we ready for the next game?
Yeah.
Did we ever get
No,
to
Chip hadn't picked yet.
Give me the Commanders. Will Levis is playing good football the past 2 weeks.
And
but
I'm
the
also
Commanders
taking the Commanders.
Commanders
All
gonna
right,
win.
next.
Texans at Jaguars. Two of Tom's favorite quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud and Trevor Lawrence, face off in Jacksonville. $18, 62 degrees, though. Great place
Well, I'm
to
going
watch
to
the
pick
game.
this one first. That way Tom don't say nothing. I'm going to take the Jaguars, y'all, because I think the Texans are on their way out of the playoffs.
The airports don't have anything to do with this. Give me the Texans. Guy talks about me. He's talking about airports. Then picks the road team anyway. Okay.
Give me the Houston Texans, Terry. You're not picking the Jaguars, are you?
He did.
Yes.
Give me the Texans. Stroud's regressed a little bit, but they're still going to.
Y'all are picking a team who is falling apart.
Well, they're playing the Jaguars here.
Yeah, the Jaguars.
Great
are
week
so
to
well
rebound.
put together. They're having a
They're
great
not
year.
playing the Chiefs.
Great week to rebound.
Wait and see.
Rams at Saints.
Both terrible.
The NFC,
Rams are trending up.
NFC's
They
pretty
lost
rough right
last
now.
week.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair.
Chip, who you got in this one?
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
They're favored by 2.5.
I guess the Rams. I don't want to pick either one of these lousy teams.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Give me the Saints at home, Terry.
So am I taking the Saints.
Who they? All right, here we go.
How are the Buccaneers 5-6?
That whole division is awful.
Well, their wide receiver core, like all of them, got hurt. Right. Everybody was talking up Baker earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Now you never heard me hear Baker anymore. But it's not his fault. He lost his wide receivers. So
Didn't they win like 38 to something last week?
do what?
They won
I'll
last
be
week.
honest with
easy.
you. He has put up impressive numbers, even with Evans and Godwin going down.
He's been playing.
I made a comment a few weeks ago about he was like Geno Smith. He wasn't good. His receivers were good, but he's kind of proved me wrong on that.
I just wish he would have just like.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick Tom.
Hurry
Tampa
up, pick.
Bay. Tampa Bay is going to the Panthers. Panthers thought they were something last week. Played Kansas City to a tight game, but that won't happen this week. Sorry. Tampa Bay wins easy.
Notice he doesn't give any explanation for it. I think the Panthers are playing better. I think Bryce is playing better
Go ahead,
because I
take the
actually
Panthers.
watched the game. So Panthers, I think getting 6. That's
Yes.
going in my parlay. Panthers
You just
plus
lost
6.
that one.
Coming from a man who doesn't even know what a parlay is, I'm just not even.
Oh, I
gonna
know
do
what
it.
a parlay is, Tom.
You don't even know what it is.
It's a negotiation in
Get
Pirates of
5
the
out of
Caribbean.
5 right, you win $100.
5 out of 5, right? You get $100.
Yeah.
The illegal pool in Lincoln
Yeah.
County. Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Or you can bet on every one of them and win more than that. Go ahead.
He's going to explain it all to you.
That's
Tom.
exactly.
I mean,
Tom.
is he done? Can we go to the next game?
Me and Chip ain't got to this and all thing. Chip, you picked this one yet?
I'm not picking the Panthers. Buccaneers win.
I will be at this game until I get too cold. Buccaneers for the victory.
It's 53 degrees. You're soft, man.
That's a good day to
Tom,
be there.
that's the high.
You're soft.
That's easy.
That's the high.
50 some and
The
sunny.
game starts at 4.
It was
I
20,
know, but it's sunny.
It was 28. at
Yeah, but you know what the
Brevard last
temperature is going to be at 5:30?
It
Well,
was
you can leave at
28
halftime.
That's what I just said. I'm going to leave when it gets
Yeah,
cold.
leave at
We just
halftime.
had that conversation. thought I made that clear. Let's see. Tomorrow's high 50. At game time, I can't get that far. When the sun goes down, it's going to be cold. All right. Eagles and Ravens.
This is a good game.
That ain't no good.
$285 for tickets to this one. Chip, what you got in this one?
Oh man, the Eagles are playing really good right now, but I've continued
Take the
to
Eagles.
do what?
Take the Eagles.
I'm I'm gonna take. Ravens defense is suspect this year. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I'll go with the Eagles.
Good job.
Yeah.
All right,
Philly. I
John.
like Philly on the road. I don't trust
You
the
like
Ravens
him, too?
defense either. Yeah. They're 9-2, Terry.
Give me Baltimore home.
Yeah.
Ravens with a victory on this one.
Watch Derrick Henry run for 250 tomorrow.
That's my whole deal. When that plane comes in, Ravens win.
All right.
You get Super Bowl.
They might take a bus, Terry. Those two cities aren't too far apart.
I just didn't think about it. These two teams didn't play in the Super Bowl.
Never did. Chris Berman predicted him for like 7 years.
They never did match up.
Yeah.
Chris Berman predicted 49ers for like 12 straight.
49ers Bills forever.
Buffalo's favored by 6 in Orchard Park this week. Terry, what you got?
This is simple. Buffalo wins, and the 49ers fall down there for them Cowboys.
Cobby?
I like the Bills at home. The 49ers. I mean, is Purdy even playing? Do we
Yes,
know?
he's scheduled to play.
Okay.
Bosa's out, and I think the tackle Williams is out.
Yeah, I like
Chip?
the Bills at home.
I'm taking the Bills. Yeah.
Everybody on the Bills for this one. I guess I'll be there too. 49ers have some issues. Speaking of issues, I think Sean Payton is lost his mind.
He's 7-5.
They're hosting the Browns. They're favored by 5.5. There could be a fight in this game. I would make a bet. If you can bet on is there a fight in the game, it's going to be in this one. Chip, what you got in this one?
Why are you saying that?
Just watch.
Okay.
I think Jameis is going to give us a fantastic quote prior to the game, but he's not going to perform well during the game. Let's go with the Broncos.
Terry?
Yeah, there's no way. Cleveland going into Denver. Psst.
Beat
Broncos win.
They beat him last time. Of course, Terry doesn't know that because he doesn't know very much.
That's last time.
But
Last time.
Jameis has a good game, bad game. Good game, bad game. He had a good game against Pittsburgh. Have a bad game. Broncos will probably win this game.
How crazy is it that Jameis will play a home game in the snow and then travel to Denver, and there will be no snow at 40 degrees in this game? He'll see snow, but I don't think he's going to be playing in this one. Now, the reason I think there'll be a fight in this game is Sean Payton has been running up the score this year on teams he's actually beaten. He is the leader of the fight gate, whatever it was, the bounty gate.
Oh, bounty gate.
In down there. Bo Nix got into it with a defender last week. Starts from the head coach down. Browns are 3-8. If they start getting beat, Tom, they might start playing dirty, and it might just get a little chippy on the mountain, is all I'm saying. But Broncos, I've got them to win the game, absolutely. But, yeah, that's why I was just saying. I don't know. There's going to be a fight or something.
Coach be gone?
Something's going to happen.
End of the year?
Who, Stefanski?
Yep.
No, because the GM had fired himself. Thursday, Packers at Lions.
Ooh.
Lions are the best team in football right now, and they're at home. Go Lions.
They're banged up on defense, Packers go in and beat them because they don't even get the mini bye. They have to play back-to-back Thursdays. So I think that the Lions, you watched the second half of that Chicago game when Detroit defenders started going down. I think Packers go in there and get a win against a banged-up Detroit defense.
That's not going to happen. Lions win.
Yeah, both teams played last Thursday. Lions for the victory. In the Dome. I never picked the Lions either, but
okay.
Regular season,
watch.
I'm on it for something.
You guys watch.
It's fine. All right, we come back. One more quick break. We'll come back, finish up the show with some fun tweets, and we'll give you guys a couple laughs and get out of here at KDCBroadcasting.com.
You could be the winner of a $1,000 Christmas shopping spree. It'll be given away Friday, December 20th, just in time for Christmas. Register to win today at one of our participating sponsors, including Ronald's Express Grill on West Church Street in Cherryville, at Back Road Pickers on the Waco-Falston Road in Falston, at Ferguson Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, at Parker Family Feed on Carpenter's Church Road in Bellwood, at Bruner's Automotive on East Main Street in Cherryville, at Butler's Tire and Automotive East King Street in Kings Mountain, at the Highway 27 West Restaurant, Highway 27 West in Vale, and at Innovative Pools on East King Street in Kings Mountain. So register today for the $1,000 Christmas shopping spree, brought to you by Downtown Radio WAGY and KTC Broadcasting.
As our economy gradually reopens, remember to support local.
Know you're doing the right thing and stay proud.
Be a part of the greatest comeback of all time.
Shop local with WhatsUpShopper.com. Carolina Country, and the Boss. Another big truck has arrived at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby, and it's a big mix load of GE scratch and dent appliances. Save big on GE washers, dryers, and stoves. Plus, ask about refurbished appliances too. And yes, warranties are available. Hurry in now before they get gone. GE scratch and dented washers, dryers, and stoves, all on sale at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming up. Get ready for Christmas with a stop in at This and That Trading Post in Dallas. This week, a 3-pack of Yankee candles, just $14.25. Kid fire extinguishers are $13.50. 10-piece king-size comforter sets, just $27.50. A 30-pack of brown bag paper towels are $48.75. Dispenser towels are $2.25 a roll or $13.50 a case. This and That Trading Post has 50-count packs of paper cups for $3. Outdoor gas patio heaters are $120.75. And garage and patio weatherproof heaters are $67.50. At This and That Trading Post, 3857 Dallas High Shoals Road in Dallas, right across from the trade lot. Boy, that wind's a-blowing. Wintertime is coming. It's going to be cold. Be ready for Old Man Winter with a new carport from Acre Enterprises in Cherryville. Keep your vehicle protected and that windshield clean. And see them for your metal roofing. 12x3 metal roofing, now available in dark blue, rustic red, white, tan, and silver galvalume. And now just $30 a sheet. They will not be undersold on 40-year painted metal. Come see for yourself at Acre Enterprise, 1220 Shelby Highway 150 west of Cherryville, right across from Food Line. Online at acrecarports.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang, where it looks like we're in the last leg of the race. Literally, because he's about to show a race car.
Nice segue, JP.
This is 2018. The cars entering turn 4 in Michigan at 220 miles per hour.
Over 200. Look here. We're 25, 26, 27, 28. Just continues to go up all the way down into the corner.
215 for Kevin Harvick going into turn 1, and that's being behind his teammates. A little bit of a draft there,
especially into turn 1, where we have seen speeds as fast as 220 miles an hour.
And that's why you got to take your kids, take somebody to a NASCAR race one time, stand down there near the.
Worry about him blowing over that
near
fence
the
and getting run over.
Oh, we got bad news at Chimney Rock. How about a pipe burst on Beach Mountain with a skier stuck directly?
Oh my God!
Oh gosh!
And I would be like, can we not turn the chairlift up and let the people behind me get a little bit? And the people down below are trying to. I don't know what they're trying to do. They're not helping anything. So bad situation there for the skiers. That's some skiers' worst nightmare. How about this? Coach K, Tom, your favorite guy. He is at the games, Terry, and they're delivering. Watch what they're doing. He's getting stat sheets updates during the games.
Just trying to help the coach out. That's why Roy Williams goes everywhere.
That's still his program.
You know?
That's still his program.
That's it.
He's ever getting the stats for it.
Yeah, Roy Williams does the same thing.
Well, Dean did it for years. Dean was still there.
That's the little guy from The Hangover.
Yeah, it's Ken. What's his name?
So that's a minute and a half of Dan Hurley acting like a fool. Tom, here's you a fun stat for your history buffs. 1997, the President of the United States was born in 1956. In 2000, the President of the United States was born in 1946. In 2017, the President of the United States was born in 1946. And in 2027, the President of the United States was born in 1946. Every 10 years going
My
back.
dad was born in 1940.
He can be president 2028.
Dad will not be president.
Oh.
He'd have to put a shirt on.
A boy can
Maybe not.
How about highlights from Stumpy's Barbecue? This is where we're going for this week's highlights. So, the more bars and restaurants need this in it, you get a little argument, something's going on, or even a good friend, Terry. You and Joe over here had a couple beers. You and Tom were trying to figure out who's going to win, and over at Stumpy's Barbecue, we're just going to hit the mini ring.
Tom wouldn't even come in the ring.
He wouldn't come in the ring with you?
No.
I mean, he's knocked Leon Johnson outside the ropes before. There we go. This is at a local barbecue joint. We need more of this, don't we, Chip? Oh, that's good fun sports talk.
Good.
I like the background.
I just don't know if I could eat barbecue and then rest. I'd have to do it before. How about LaMelo Ball, Terry, this week? 90 points in 2 games, and everybody's going crazy about it. And
I can't wait to talk about Cleveland.
And I went to the game the other night, and he literally just it's the most ridiculous. If he gets the ball, we just gonna dribble around and see if we can get a shot.
Yeah.
It's the most park ball thing I've ever
Between
seen.
his legs, around his back, doing everything.
Watch this move right here.
All you got to do is watch him.
And how many violations did he cause right here, Terry?
Look at this.
Holy
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Falcon's like, okay, will you shoot it? I'm tired of getting embarrassed on the perimeter.
And this will make the highlight.
Embarrassed.
But they
See,
won't show
that's
the
what
other
I'm
5
saying.
times he did this
Yeah.
and brick the crap out of it.
Yeah.
And you're not going to win any games like that. And the Hornets got blown out the other night when I went.
I don't understand why a guy just don't stand in front of me like, okay, keep dribbling, man. You ain't putting it through the net on me or nothing.
Even if he hits that, you don't
You know,
care.
yeah.
Because they're not hitting that 40 times.
Let him do that.
Blowing you out of this game. It's not something it's not sustainable as win. All right, Terry, here's
Green will inbound.
Draymond Green highlight.
Hield, Curry, Wiggins, and Moody on the floor. Green has to get it in, and it's stolen. It's stolen. Here comes Murphy. Time it. Green will inbound.
Draymond will inbound.
With Hield, Curry,
like these
Wiggins,
wonderful
and
courts
Moody
NBA
on
has
the
for this
floor.
tournament.
Green has to get it in, and it's stolen. It's stolen. Here
He
comes
throws it away
Murphy,
up to.
giving it up. In the corner, Ingram gives it back. Murphy, no! Rebound knocked around, and a loose ball foul.
But anyway, they were making fun of the game he had the other day. But I was looking at these courts, though.
I love them.
You do?
Yes.
Whose
I hate
court
them.
is that? Yeah, I don't like them at all. I can't tell.
I don't know if I want that color, but I love what they're doing to the courts. I think it's just
Do you really like them?
I can't keep it hurts my eyes.
Everybody has their opinion.
All right, that's it for everybody's opinion this week. Tom Sinofani, JP's in the house. We'll give a shout out to Dan Hurley. I'm not going to go through his mess this week, and of course Xavier Leggett. All right, guys, we'll see you guys next week. Saturday morning sports talk. KDC Broadcasting. We'll have football Friday night next week. 2 games: North Lincoln and Shelby. KDC Broadcasting.